The biggest problem with Clarissa Shields' approach, I think, is that the more attention that she draws to herself and her constant call outs of Layla, the more obvious it becomes to everybody watching that not only is she the one that started this, but she's the main one stoking the flame, not Layla. Layla is a 47-year-old woman who's been retired from boxing for 18 years. Most sensible people are going to look at that and say, Clarissa, why are you calling out Layla Ali? And then when it becomes more and more obvious that, well, you manufactured a beef, you did, you made the whole fucking thing up yourself. Uh, when you look at everything that happened at length in Layla Ali's video, her video address, it's just more obvious that Layla supported you. That's what she did. She supported you. And you manufactured a beef with her because, I don't know, your divisions are dry, or maybe you're just starved of attention. Maybe psychologically there's something wrong with you. But it was never going to work. Like, that strategy was never going to work. It was never going to be fruitful. And I think that the more attention that this is now getting, the less support that Clarissa's going to have. Not that she had that much support to begin with, because the only people that this seems to go over well with are people that don't buy anything. Who we talking about? Who supports Clarissa? The motherfuckers online that don't buy shit? The Fire Stick boys? Who we talking about? We ain't talking about people, productive people that's going to show up to a fight or buy a pay-per-view. We're not talking about nobody like that. So, I don't know what part two is going to look like for Layla. Appreciate you, killer. I do what I can. When the boxing schedule is dry, count on your boy. I'll keep you guys company and we'll shoot the shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I mean, I think that I have said all I can say about that. I addressed it earlier. Maybe I left out a few things that I would have wanted to add in the video, but a segment can only be so long. And usually I try to keep it a minimum of 3 segments in an episode of the relay, just 3 different stories, so that you see what's going on out there, so that you get a clear picture of what's going on out there. And I just think it's becoming more and more obvious to people that, don't you see that Clarissa beef with everybody? Literally everybody. Keith Thurman, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Cameron Giles. She even threw a shot at Gennady Golovkin once. I didn't even understand that shit. Beefing with Remy, beefing with Layla. Like, fam, it's very obvious that you are the problem. You are the problem. Give you a little, man, fuck you, bro. I just got a little bit bigger. That's all. Shirt that wasn't even this tight before. When this was a gift. This was a Father's Day gift. Big Swole. Fuck you, Big Swole. You know my pain. You know your t-shirts got small, Swole. You know that. I know you at home trying to find a t-shirt that don't hug the shit out of you, Big Swole. You know that. You're gonna get mad at me because I'm trying to puff up a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo. I mean, like, look, I think if they did it, it would get viewership. I do. But it's kind of ridiculous, because it's not kind of ridiculous. It is. I said that would be like Canelo Alvarez calling out Joe Calzaghe for a fight. Joe been retired for years, but peep this. Layla been out of the game longer than Joe. What would people say if Canelo or Christian Mabili or Diego Pacheco, what would they say if they called out Joe Calzaghe? They'd be like, the fuck you doing? That dude is retired, fam. He been retired for like 14 years, right? They would say, that's fucking ridiculous. Oh, it's more ridiculous when Clarissa does it, because the person you calling out been out longer than him. Now, I already know that Clarissa's the type of person, negative attention or positive attention, any attention, she starved for it. So Where somebody else might feel silly or might feel stupid, watch what she do next. Where somebody else would feel silly or stupid for being checked like that, her brain don't work like that. So you gonna see. You gonna see. In other news, I heard this shit. Shout out to Greg Hackett. I've been on his channel once. Greg is a good dude. Greg is a cool dude. I like Greg. But I don't agree with this perspective right here. This perspective right here that I'm about to play for y'all. I thought this was a crazy boxing take, but I'll play it for y'all.
If you think about how long it took for Bud to get his recognition and how long in between that time where Boots start getting talked about, if you think about it, if you think about the ages, Boots being 28 and Bud being 38, if Bud was to retire right now and then the next 10 years go and Boots fight and do whatever he gonna do and then retire at 38, a kid that is 8 years old right now at 18 wouldn't remember Bud Crawford. They would remember Boots Ennis in a matter of 10 years. You understand? That's not saying Bud not a great fighter. Bud is a great fighter. But what's happening is I think Bernie is feeling like, I've been telling y'all about my man. Y'all wasn't rocking then. Now y'all understand. Now y'all trying to talk about this guy. But we still ain't finished our party. You know what I'm saying? We still over here. We partying too. We getting busy. It's not about Bud not being that. He is that.
What's up, niggas?
I don't know who the fuck that bitch was. Yo, Greg, you bugging, homie. You bugging. Like, I done been on Greg's channel at least once. I was on Greg's channel. We chopped it up. I forgot what it was about. I think it was about Boots. But I can't agree with that take. You know why? For that to be true, it would require Boots to eclipse Bud Crawford. And I don't really think that's going to happen. What Bud did, I don't think that's going to be replicated. And it's being understated now because we're in the moment. People don't realize it yet. You're not going to duplicate a 5-weight, 4-time lineal, 4-time Ring Magazine, 3-time undisputed champion, and not just 3-time undisputed, but 2 undisputed bouts where he completely blew out the other guy, dominated the other guy. 2 of them shits. Really, he did it in all 3, to be honest with you, but Julius Ndongo is not really a guy that's going to be remembered. What he did to Spence, that will be remembered. What he did to Canelo, that will be remembered. Those were big time boxing matches. The Spence fight, it did like what, 600,000-700,000 bucks. The Canelo fight, 41 million people seen that, Greg. 41 million, bro. Asking Boots or suggesting that Boots could eclipse that guy in any way, that's why people are becoming like critical of Boots. The hype is too much. If anything, if I was Eddie Hearn, or if I was a big Boots supporter, I would distance him from any conversation involving Crawford. Because any mention of Crawford is going to remind people that Crawford hit you up when he was on Black Prime. In between the Avanesian fight and the Spence fight, he hit you up. Your dad said, well, y'all wanted to stay loyal to Showtime. People don't got all the time in the world to do all this digging and to do all this research. You feel me? That's all they gonna remember because that's what the headline was. And that was what grabbed everybody's attention. That you admitted the only reason we noticed, it's not because Bud ran to the media and started running his mouth. It's not because Bernie ran to the media and started running his mouth. It's because Bozy the one that said, yo, they hit us up. They wanted to do a fight, but we wanted to stay loyal to Showtime. That's the headline. That's the clip. That's what people gonna remember. So the more that people try to attach Boots to Bud in any capacity, if you talking about these fighters in the same sentence, the same paragraph, it's gonna bring everybody right back to that. Eddie Hearn should not even be mentioning them two guys in the same sentence, because one, you know that fight ain't gonna happen. You know that. But two, Eddie, you keep reminding people of that. Don't you realize that? You keep reminding people that Bud did hit him up. He did hit him up. He tried to make a fight. They was worried about a network they don't got a contract with. Enough people seen that shit that if you post about it on social media, that's the first fucking thing some people say. That, oh, Bozy the one that said it. You got to let Boots do his thing, man. Everybody got to let Boots create his own without it being about Bud, without comparing him to Bud, without the Bud this and the Bud that, because that's a big problem. That puts a burden on him to try to live up to that. We don't even know if he gonna live up to that. We don't know that. It's a lot. You know, Mr. Calderon said, imagine Boots in a few years trying to beat Pacheco at 168. Fuck out of here. Boots can't even be in the same breath as Bud. Trying to tell you, they got to stop doing that to Boots, because you putting pressure. It's enough pressure on him, right? Now that he at 54, oh, well, this is way deeper than 47 was. This is way deeper. You on pressure. You on pressure time to fight all these guys that is good guys. It's a lot of good guys in that division. They want you to fight all of them. That's what they want. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what they want. You just went to 54 and fought Adriana Lima. You already under pressure off of that obvious shit. Off of that, you under pressure. Off of that. If they keep attaching your name to Bud, who we all know about to retire, if not now, later, he about to retire. It puts a burden on you to try to live up to what he did. And I'm sorry, Playboy. I don't know that you're going to retire an unbeaten 5-weight world champion, 3-time undisputed. It's a lot of guys that ain't going to retire like that. But it's not a lot of guys doing what you doing or what people that like you is doing. They keep attaching you to him. That is not, it's past. And the more people do that, the more of a burden and the more scrutiny Boots gonna be under, because you fighting Adriana Lima. Fucking bug. Feel me? That shit, they gotta stop doing that shit, man. They gotta stop doing that shit. He would be allowed to develop on his own time, but at the same time, the reason that he even started getting attention, high key, was because of Bud. The dude already had wild fights. He was already at welterweight for a long time. He already had a bunch of fights. He don't start getting attention until they made it about Bud. Until Showtime tried to use him as the Crawford Knight, the Crawford Kryptonite, the anti-Crawford, right? That's when he popped. Because all the Spence fans, like, let's be honest, a good chunk of the people that all of a sudden started fucking with Boots, man, a lot of them was Spence fans that was scared out of their ass. They needed somebody to protect Spence because they didn't want that fight, so they endorsed Boots. All of a sudden, Boots is the darling. He's the Sugar Ray Robinson Crawford. He's the Floyd Mayweather Leonard. All this shit. That's where all that shit starts. The dude already had a bunch of fights. He was already at welterweight for a bunch of years. Nobody noticed and nobody cared. They don't start noticing and caring until, oh, he's the anti-Crawford, the Crawford Knight, the Crypto Crawford, cryptocurrency.
By the way, I'm gonna get it out of the way right now. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Man, Diane Keaton, Ace Frehley. It's fuck, man. Who else, country? D'Angelo, who else?
Morgan
I
Freeman.
don't know, but Ace Frehley's
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No, I saw that this morning. Didn't he pass?
No.
No, okay, Facebook's fucked up then.
Don't say that.
Nah,
I'll
that
be
one upset
fucking-
me, bro. I saw that this morning, bro. I was
I
upset.
would be,
Nah,
I
I've been
would be,
upset all
I would
fucking
be
day.
upset. I would be upset if something happened to Morgan. I would be upset.
Bro, I
I've
was
been
upset
watching-
all fucking day. I thought it was true.
I've been watching Morgan since I was a little boy, man. Lean on me. You know
I bet you he was old
Some
back
fucking
then.
electric company, man.
what
Yep.
I'm saying?
The-
What's
Yeah,
his
that nigga
name in
Morgan,
that?
man,
What's
he
his
been
name
old
in
my
that?
whole life. Like
What was-
Maury Povich or
What was his
Judge
name in
Judy.
that? Was it Carter? Principal Carter?
Joe
Campbell?
Clark.
Joe Clark. I know
Joe
it was
Clark,
something with
yeah.
a C. Joe
They
Clark.
used to
Joe
call me
Clark.
Clark.
Razor Joe. Now they call me Batman.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I
Yeah,
would
that's
feel.
God, bro.
I would feel. Yes, God, bro. Shout out to God. Virtuoso said, "Bro, these boot slickers are beating themselves up off of that win over a used limo. You know what I mean? Because they won't let them. It's kind of like a love and hate relationship. I think that if they never used Boots as the anti-Crawford, we wouldn't even be talking about this motherfucker right now. So it's like, did it help? Yeah, it sort of helped because it got you buzzing, it got you fake popping. But now you got to substantiate that shit. And fighting Lima, I mean, bro, fighting. What we supposed to do, Virtuoso? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
You gotta call your mother.
Go call my mother. He beat Lima. Call my mother.
God.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Oh my God, Ray.
I'm pretty sure he beats Bakram after that win. To be honest, realistically, I think he beats everybody. I think he beats you. I think he beats the boxing
me.
world itself.
He
I
beats
think
off.
everybody. He
Yeah,
beats off.
Rocky the grappler loses to him.
He from Philly. You know he beat off. It's not a lot of bad
Yeah, bro.
broads in Philly, and not for nothing. It's not a
He-
lot of bad
and
broads
that's
from
why
Philly.
Jules. That's why Jules he beats Diddy too.
Listen,
I'm not specifying the beating, of course, for obvious reasons, but
most bitches from Philly look like Beanie Siegel. So you know what I'm saying. So you got to beat off if you from Philly, bro. Can somebody point a bad Philly joint out for me? Because I must have missed that memo. Is there a bad joint from Philly?
maybe.
Who?
Oh, you mean like a popular? No.
Name me the baddest.
He mean chop.
Gotta go
Yo.
dating.
He mean chop because in this day and age, bad means something else, bro. He mean
Chopped. Yo, let me tell you something. Real talk. Chopped ain't even a new word. That's not a new word.
No,
That-
what I'm saying,
that
the way you're using bad, bro, that's how they describe females now, bro. That's a bad female. But see,
I'ma say what
tryna
I'm
just
saying.
you looking for the chop.
Latin,
ones.
what it do? Latin, what it do? What I'm saying is, let me say, in 54 years of life, I don't remember no bad Philly bitches. Ever.
Who the fuck?
I mean,
54?
Baltimore at least has Charlie Baltimore, right?
Hey, Jules, isn't Holly Robinson or whatever the one that Rodney Pete married from Philly? She's that, but like
You
you,
know
said, that's
what?
old. She's old.
I was going like, if we gotta go back, Aladdin,
That's
if
what I'm
we
saying.
gotta go back to 21 Jump Street,
That's what I'm saying.
Ju-
We gotta go back.
Damn.
if we
How about-
gotta go back to Johnny Depp and Holly Robinson Pete,
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
saying. Like
that's fucked up, bro.
it's like
That
60 years.
Eve
Like I
wasn't-
think
Eve wasn't too bad.
Eve from Philly.
Eve.
Is she from Philly though? Like she born from Philly, raised in Philly. She's from Philly.
I believe so. I mean,
Okay, I'll take that. That's okay. I take it. That's not a strong entry, by the way.
it's
That's
not really. Yeah, it's really not. But you know, it's
In-
the best
in
I,
the greater-
that's the best I can come up with.
I mean, that was a good effort though. So when we
You going back?
nah, cause look, VA got Taraji P. Henson, right? Baltimore got Charlie Baltimore. Brooklyn got all type of shit. Brooklyn has all type of shit. All type of bad joints came out of Brooklyn. Queens got Nicki Entourage. Right? LA don't need to prove nothing to nobody. Everybody know all the bad bitches is in LA. Everybody, they don't need to prove nothing, you know. Florida don't need to prove nothing either. Like, yeah, come on, Florida, it's Florida, bro. But damn, dog, Philly. So that's what we got. Holly Robinson Pete and Eve.
No, I'm looking this shit up. Do you know where quote unquote famous actress from Philadelphia, Kat Dennings? Do you know that girl, the white mom?
Word? Them tetas?
Yeah, the girl one with the big tits.
Ain't that the skinny? Ain't that the bitch that looked like an elbow with titties on it?
No, I'm talking about the other one. I'm not talking about.
Oh,
the blonde
wait a minute! No,
Kat
Kat
Dennings.
Denny. No, that's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Do you think I
Yeah.
was talking about the blonde one? Come on, dude.
Listen, let me
No,
let me
look, be
get some more.
serious, Eunice.
Let me get some more.
Just to
defense,
go
bro.
around, because Philly got girls that smoke Newports in front of their newborns.
Bro.
That's a good one.
He said Philly bitches put their protein powder in water, bro.
No,
they don't
that's
even
like
use
that,
milk
that's
for
like
their
that
shit.
bitch on Family Guy, the one that ashes her fucking her cigarette on the baby's forehead.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's fucking wild, dog.
No,
But
but
Kat Dennings is all right though. That's all right. Like that's actually pretty fucking good. Like Kat Dennings.
Well, you know,
like,
man, you know them fucking nipples are pinker than pink, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's not
Yeah,
a skinny
but
white joint. She's not a skinny
if
white joint.
if
She's
we're
chubby.
gonna
one.
be, we're gonna be fair. Come on, LA. Obviously, LA. All the hoes, all the prostitutes are gonna go.
Of course.
They're gonna go like this, almost like pilgrimage.
They grow holes.
LA.
Yeah, like
It's
you know
a
how
makeout
people
horse.
like if people visit Israel, right? And
Yeah.
people go to Mecca, whores, that's they spiritual journey. Like they all end up in LA,
It's
bro.
in Jerusalem.
Like if you
Well, I mean, like,
if
well,
you
bro.
throw a whore off a bridge, they automatically transport it to LA, like on some teleported.
Because
Get out of here.
if a whore clicks
Hey,
her
Jules,
heels,
so why did Cooper pull out of the Osama fight, man?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the IBA, if I had to guess country, not only do I think the IBA made the Gassiev fight before that order came down, but I also think they're paying him more. It's in Dubai, baby. It's in Dubai. Remember I did a video. I said the IBA is not no crackerjack organization. They got serious fucking money, dog. Better Beef said they was giving them more money for the trilogy than Turkey was giving them. Think about
That's
that.
money.
Them
That's
dudes,
money.
they got money. So
Damn.
if I had to guess, yeah, of course see with Gassiev. I ain't trying to say Kubrat the A side, but you on a more even keel with Gassiev than you would have been with Moses. With Moses, they would have B-sided you, bro. You'd have had the shitty dressing room. They would have gave you a bowl of grapes. You know what I'm saying? It would have been some bullshit.
Maybe this is
It would
fucked
have
up
been
to
some
say.
bullshit.
yeah, they got porn industry money over there.
Has Kubrat Pulev ever been the A side? Like in
I
the
mean-
last like 20 years?
I don't think so.
In Bulgaria, he the A side. In Bulgaria, they fuck with him out there. He's
Is
like
he
a
even
national
the A
hero.
side to Gassiev?
I think because he got the Reggie, I think he is. Like, come on, Gassiev. I fuck with Gassiev, bro. But that portion of his beard that won't grow, that's fucking everything up, bro. Like, you got a whole bald spot on your fucking face, bro. Like, what happened? Did you burn your face? Did you burn yourself eating a burrito? What does a Russian burrito have in it? Borscht? Like that shit don't look right, bro. Till he
Fucking
gets something done about
sauerkraut.
that, he the B side, bro. He's the B side. B side. Simple
Yeah,
as that.
Julius,
It has beats in it too.
yeah, Julius, a word of advice. Just to clarify, the IBA is that organization coming from Russia.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a word of advice as a content creator from now, because I think the IBA is gonna be around the next couple of years. You have to check out what they're doing and if they are actually doing what they're supposed to do. Meaning, if they make a fight, try to check out if the fighters are getting paid, if you can. Because there is a reason why the shit doesn't go down in Russia, despite Russia being a big economy.
No, espera, te lo voy a decir. Leo, hay un cambio, Leo. There's a change that's going on. So a part of the reason that the IBA is throwing their hat in professional boxing is because they lost recognition by the IOC. I've said that a million times. They don't oversee amateur boxing anymore. They're not going to. They're not going to. But another thing that's been going on, and you guys hear me say this all the time, boxing is more international now than it ever was in the past. So where Eastern European fighters and Soviet fighters had to come to America for opportunities, those days are ending. Yeah, they're ending. Not just because they get treated like shit over here, and not just because America is not the market that it used to be for anyone, but also because the money is international now. So where before, you know, Kovalev and all these people, they got to come here. If the IBA does what I think they're going to do, that's not going to happen anymore. They're going to have their own boxing scene. Their own boxing scene and their own they're already doing their own cards. They already been doing that. They did like 4 or 5 of them already since losing recognition from the IOC. And I don't look at that as a bad thing either. The more boxing markets there are, the better it is for me because it gives me more content to create. But moreover, there's a whole army of fighters over there that they would have all had to come here for something. They don't have to do that anymore. Not if the IBA does what I think they're going to do. The biggest danger is, listen, before you go to Russia, you get fucked in your ass. If they got money now, you really going to get fucked in your ass. Magomed Kurbanov robbed 2 motherfuckers that I know of, and that's just him. If motherfuckers end up having to go to Russia more and more for fights, a lot of motherfuckers might end up getting robbed. A lot of motherfuckers.
Also, the IBA isn't originated in what's it called? Its base isn't in Russia. It's in Switzerland.
Well, but it's a Russian that runs it, you know. It's a Russian.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah,
Umar Kremlev of Russia runs it. Some of the funding they're getting, I'm not sure, but I have to check. I'm not sure, but I believe some of it is Russian government funded also. Some of the funding they're getting. And not all the cards they did were in Russia, like the more recent one with Bakadir, that was in Turkey. But I'm just saying that if they could get something going over there for the Eastern Europeans, the way that the Asians have the lighter weights, right? That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
Julius, I don't know if I can explain this because it's a little complicated, but it's basically this. I'm not telling you there is no money. There is money. What I am telling you is sometimes with this Russian organization, the money gets lost in the way. Things don't work the same way than here in the West.
all I could say, they seem like a well-funded organization. And remember, they had enough money to bring Donnie J's son out there. I don't know if y'all know that. They brought Donald Trump's son out there. Donnie Jr., he was out there fucking with him. Ain't the only one either. Real shit. Them motherfuckers got money, dog. They got money. So, you know what I mean? I'm for it. I'm for as many boxing markets as possible. I want an even stronger Mexican boxing market. Argentina already has its boxing market. Most people don't realize that. You know, they got, yes, it's insulated as fuck, Ray. It is insulated.
I know they have like a good, I don't know, it's like, there's a domestic scene there, but is it really that popular?
I never said popular. I said they got their own scene. Because you know that Gustavo Limo's about to have a fight?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't because I don't care. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me help you understand. If you understood what I understand, and if you knew,
if you know what he knows,
right? But check me out, Ray. Check me out. Where Demetrius Andrade ain't fought in 2 years.
That doesn't count. You can
all right,
stop
wait, all right. Wait. Where Jermel Charlo ain't fought in 2 years.
Come on.
Pick someone else. I'm gonna be honest.
PVC fighter, bro.
Okay. Wait. Where Frank Martin ain't fought in damn near 2 years.
Okay, yeah, we're done. Actually, no, he's about to fight them.
No, he not, because the card got canceled, motherfucker. Remember?
Oh,
all right.
I actually want to put him in the don't count area either, but I'm not going to do that to Frank yet.
Where Keyshawn Davis ain't fought in a minute. Gustavo about to have a fight. He about to have a fight. See, over there, yeah, that because Gustavo really got fucked out here. He beat Hitchens. He should have beat Hitchens. It is what it is. But the fact that they able to get him back out, and the fighters are responsive to that scene over there. You know what I mean? That Argentinian fighter goes somewhere, loses to the American or loses to the Brit or whatever the fuck it is. They go back to Argentina. Well, you right back in the winner's bracket. As soon as your feet touch that pavement, you won already, bro. They gonna get you a fight
7 rounds.
Exactly, like you gonna fight 7 dudes that live around the block, and before you know it, you get 7-fight winning streak. Yeah, he went back to Argentina. He on a 7-fight winning streak.
It's gonna be the electrician. It's gonna be.
Okay. So, and here's where I get to the point where I'm like, where I said these guys don't count. The reason why a lot of these guys don't have fights, like Andre, like Charles, like whoever, is very simple. They would not try to have those type of fights that they are having in Argentina. They just wouldn't want them. They would probably say like, no, I need to be getting paid $1 million so I can have my next fight. I refuse to get paid anything less.
Okay, Stanionis was out for a year before he fought Boots, bro. He's out for a year. See what I mean? And
Stanionis is a retard.
He is. That's why he has that fucked up haircut.
This was a man that said, he got offered to fight Boots before that and said, I can fill up a stadium in Lithuania. Again, these are different people, bro.
Yo, listen. This motherfucker got a full head of hair, gives himself a fucking baldy. What the fuck is wrong with him? He got a whole hairline.
He thought that looked intimidating, bro.
He want to look like Caillou, bro.
Is he trying to be more aerodynamic? Is he trying to get better miles per gallon? He got a whole head of hair. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Motherfucker look like the airbender and shit.
He look like Avatar or something. Like One Punch Man. Like what's wrong with him? You got a whole head of hair.
Oh shit.
No wonder you frustrated. Like, bro, like I don't know who told you to do that. It gotta be hard to pull bitches with a baldy. Like, did you lose your hair? No, I cut it.
Movie with the albino that get powder.
Powder. You know, he just lucky. He just lucky. He got a little bit of pigment. Shout out to Virtuoso. If all Philly women look like Beanie Siegel, then most New York women sound like Jada. That they do though. Remember that video I showed you with that Bronx broad? Yo, all them bitches got that raspy, dog. All them bitches is unofficial members of the Locks. You fucking with me? Yo, fuck like, listen, man. Listen, hot bitch. Listen, you hot bitch. I will shoot your ass out. Like, I'm not fighting you, bitch. I will shoot your ass out here. Leave me.
That's how you get their number, bro. You gotta get the number at gunpoint.
Listen, bitches is hostile out there. They'll come up, squeeze your dick, curse you out, say shit about your mother. Shit is crazy, and that's to get a pizza. That's to buy a bitch a slice of pizza. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Virtuoso, no, he live in the Bronx. I don't envy him.
Like, what's the slice going for right now? Wait, like 13.
I'm trying to tell you, be like slice. Get a bitch a $2.50 slice of pizza, dog. Shit is wild out here. You might have to fight that bitch. You might after the sex. Might have to fight that bitch.
That's wild, man.
Oh, praying mantis bitches out here, bro.
That's a different type of round too.
Rip your head off and eat you and shit, man.
That's the truth.
I'm trying to tell you, these bitches is hostile in the motherfucker. But no, all exaggerations aside, I would say that if you've been out of New York, one of the things that you gonna notice immediately, if you lived in New York, you was fucking bitches in New York, right? One of the things you notice immediately, the women outside of New York are a lot more amicable and softer. Whereas in New York, nah, man, like that shit is a boxing match. It may as well be. These bitches is hostile as shit, dog. And that's after you fuck them. Hostile. Bitch, calm down.
That's
bitch.
after you fuck them.
Bitch. That's if you get the cooter.
You gonna call me back, motherfucker? You gonna call me back, bitch?
And listen, they even more hostile when you don't get it, because that mean that bitch really like they don't like you after you fuck them, but they really don't like. If they really don't like, I don't let you fuck me either. Bitches is hostile. You gotta be careful around New York bitches. Don't sleep. They might be cute, but bitches hostile. But back to the boxing shit. Shout out to Pork Chop. Showbiz said Bud would be the GOAT if he beats Boots. LOL. I wonder who's paying him. Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't want to hate on Showbiz Hustle because you see he's successful in what he does, right? But Showbiz is another Stephen A. Smith, bro. They're like, that's hot takes for the sake of hot takes. That's I'm gonna make you mad so you watch my video. Because if you just tell the news the way it is, yeah, the shit gonna be boring. Now, if you saying shit that aggravate people, right? If you saying shit that get motherfuckers in Omaha mad, yeah, the video gonna be pumping. Like, yeah, it's gonna be. So that's what he do. I ain't gonna hate on him. I think it's a stupid take, but I came to realize that, yeah, a lot of the shit that he did was all about the algorithm. I'm not gonna hate on that if it's getting you money, right? We all trying to get money. I really don't want to do that. But a lot of what he do is like when he was supporting Ryan said all the racist shit in the world. Racist is the shit he said was crazy, right? And I'm just gonna say that, well, look, I'm a Spanish dude. I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. But you should give a fuck that he said that shit and what he did. Now, he was defending Ryan when that shit was going on. He's defending him. Why? Well, because Ryan has more fans than Devin. You're not going, bro. You're not going to get no money being a Devin Haney fan, bro. Like that shit ain't.
Wait a minute. Showbiz is that guy that looks like a character from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, like he looked like he ain't sleep in 3 years. That's Showbiz.
he's a frog-eyed look.
Chameleon eyes way.
Hey, what y'all think about Zhang and Chisora, man?
That ain't gonna happen. Chisora not gonna do that, bro. Come on, you got common sense, country. He not gonna do that.
Oh, damn.
Does he?
Said they signed.
No, I said no. Country has common sense. I'm saying Chisora probably don't, but Chisora is gonna want to go out with somebody that will help him sell the tickets. Zhang, you don't need some big ass Chinese man beating your ass in your final. Like it's for 4 rounds, bro. For 4 rounds, Zhang is the most dangerous man in the fucking ring for 4 rounds. So
why isn't he fighting Atama?
I mean, like, come on, though. He's not fucking retarded, bro. Like, I know Derek is dumb, but he's not fucking retarded.
Yo, so does that mean that Waters not fighting Pulev then? He's fighting Usyk?
Yo, I don't know who Wilder fighting, bro.
Every time
I don't know who the fuck he
fighting, bro.
Yo, I don't want Usyk to fight. I want Usyk to go make more movies. Go make more movies, bro. Fuck is you completed boxing, bro. You completed it. It's a wrap. Like, there's nothing to do.
No, nothing.
I can't lie that I would laugh if he beat the fuck out of Wilder. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking laugh. I'm still gonna laugh. But come on, dog. That's overkill. Wilder needed how many rounds for Tyrell Herndon? We need like 8.
I feel like 9. that's like a superficial ass beating. Like it's almost like low key. And no offense to Tyson when I say this, it's kind of like Lennox Lewis beating Tyson if Tyson was more ass in his prime.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's like,
damn.
If you were just more ass,
so
you were like,
who wins the stare?
Damn.
Bro.
That means yes, man.
Bro, their eyeballs are gonna be shadow.
Yo, that's wild.
I don't know, bro. I don't know if I've ever seen a video of Cash Patel blinking.
Yo, listen. If you
I got Patel by unanimous decision.
That's wild.
Yeah, even catch what Ray said. He said, "I never seen Cash Patel blink before, bro. Is there a video?"
Is that footage?
That's fucked up, fool.
Yo, listen, dog.
But it's hilarious.
That shit will cause. If you got Showbiz and Cash Patel in the same room, that shit gonna cause a singularity, bro. It's gonna swallow all of us. That shit will cause singularity,
bro. Nah, because the first picture that pulls
man.
up on Google Images is crazy, bro.
Bro,
I'm not
He
gonna
for
lie.
real life got them fuck me eyes, bro.
You put them in the same room, it's gonna be like, you know, like when you play in a video game and it says you've like gotten caught by somebody, like an eye shows up on your screen. That's how it's gonna feel. Everybody's gonna feel like they've been watched for like 4 hours.
For real, motherfuckers gonna be looking at each other, but everybody else gonna feel stared at. I don't know who wins that one, bro. I don't know who. I'm gonna go with Cash Patel just because he a federale. You know what I'm saying? Showbiz, he good at what he do, but Cash Patel ain't nobody winning no staring contest with him.
Patel's gonna win because his eyes travel.
That's true. He got eyes all over the place, bro.
I think Brim beat them both.
Like fuck.
What?
But back to the boxing, Aladdin. You know, I guess what I want to ask is there any possibility that ESPN, because they have no combat sports right now, they don't got nothing. Is there
Yeah.
any possibility that they could maybe work some? Because Bob, it's looking bad. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Top Rank don't got a deal yet. We know we could see they not coming back this year. They not this year. If they come back, it won't be this year. But
Yeah.
is there anything that could happen? You know?
Yeah. So Brad Jacobs, I told you this. Brad Jacobs and this guy Dan Riccio. He's the guy. Matt Kenny's number 2. They were talking a couple weeks ago. So outside chance. I think maybe if anything happens, it's not going to happen until January. But they know that they've lost a lot of subscribers. They're about to lose a whole lot more. I think the last number was like 475,000 for just the boxing, and it's about to be probably over 600, maybe even more for UFC. So they know
Jeez.
there is a climate for that fan base, and they also are starting to see, like, with this new DTC, meaning direct to consumer, they don't really have a roster of sports. Outside of the professional sports, a lot of these people don't really care about the college sports. So the hardcore fans might, in boxing the same way, but there is a base of about 1 million fans that they're going to miss out on, and they're not stupid. So I do believe, there's an outside chance that they pick it up again, but it wouldn't be till after the new year. Unfortunately, I found out that that Top Rank was looking for almost double the money that they got before. So they got 86.6 before. They were looking for damn near 150 a year, and it was like,
That's crazy.
God
wow.
That's ridiculous.
If you think about, I mean, y'all know better than me. Again, if you think about what Top Rank's roster was when they first signed the ESPN deal, and what it is now, it's you had Fury. Not that he was the best, but you had Loma, you had Crawford, you had
Teofimo, Shakur.
You had all those guys that were young, but like think about the guys they had. They had Valdez. I'm not, Valdez is not a world
No,
beater.
yeah. That it was a strong stable, like especially Valdez was a name. He was unbeaten when they got that deal. That was 2018.
Exactly. So
he was
they had
unbeaten
like
at that time.
Stable of guys, as you know better than me, and then what you have now. Plus, you had all the up and coming guys that ended up being champions. So to ask for like 150, come on, man. Like their roster is probably not even worth 40 or 50 right now. So I think it's going to be some egos like set aside. I will tell you this, and I know it's being recorded, whatever, but Todd is kind of toxic. So like all the CEOs and everybody that has to deal with him, they don't really like dealing with him. So I think if they can figure out a way to do the deal, just have Todd be kind of like, like a figurehead, I could see something getting done. But
I mean, maybe if they let Carl Moretti take over,
Carl or Brad. But the thing I sent you, that was the whole dirty pool about the whole thing. So I don't know. I had sent Ring a Twitter thing that a tweet or whatever they call it, that this guy Matt Kenny and a guy Glenn Jacobs, they both bounced to Paramount. Glenn Jacobs, it was understandable because he was all in bed with UFC. The whole thing was UFC. The Matt Kenny part is kind of despicable because he was the guy brokering the deal. So he was the middleman. So the way it looks, it almost looks like insider trading. You know what I mean? Like he was telling us when we met with all of us that they love the production, but the fights weren't to the level of the production, and that we were going to be on hold until they got the UFC deal done. Well, it just so happened the contract ends in July. The UFC deal doesn't get done till late September. And then now he goes to UFC with Paramount, it's almost like if you really wanted to, you'd be like, he kind of, what's the term, wag the dog, in that he raised the market. So he overinflated the market because I think UFC, most people were like, this is a $500 million a year product. Paramount paid $1.1 billion for 7 years. So you go figure, you know what I'm saying? Long story short,
I think it's 7.7, bro. I think I read it was an insane number. And you know what I thought? What I thought to myself
for 7 years though.
What I thought to myself was, here you have UFC that is less popular than it was in previous instances, right? It's a good example of what's wrong with boxing because UFC is not popular now. It's not as popular now as when Conor and Rondo was running around. That's really when they peaked. It's been downhill ever since. But
No, you're right.
because that business is actually sustainable. That's where they got a leg up on boxing. You could
Yeah.
like UFC or you could not like him. But one thing they got up on boxing is, yeah, it's sustainable because you don't got a $3 million Shakur in the UFC getting fucking booed, right?
Guy.
Because you don't got a fucking headache, Teofimo, giving you a fucking problem, asking for the moon for a Cambosos fight, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't got a fucking Tyson Fury, right? You see what I mean? That a lot of the problems that boxing faces, especially with the fighters and especially with the purses, UFC don't have those problems.
But is it because it's all under one guy? It's like an authoritarian, so it's like one guy, it's one umbrella, it's everything. So if Bob Arum or whoever, let's say Al Heyman, fuck Al Heyman, Jesus, nothing would get done. If Al Heyman had all the fighters, everyone, would the fights get made that we wanted to see? That's almost what it feel like.
I mean, like, yeah, look, in that scope, they probably would, right? But we know that's a very unrealistic thing for boxing because boxing is just too big. So it's not really a commentary on that. It's more of people are so mad that Dana cracks the whip. That's what it really is. They don't like that Dana cracks the whip. But guess what? Dana don't got boxing problems. When Dana lost his network deal, he walked right into another one. Easy. Before PBC, before Top Rank, he walked right into another one. So why was a major broadcaster more willing to invest in Dana White's bullshit than y'all shit? If y'all shit is better, right? Because I see the violins, and I'm like, yo, dog, y'all don't notice that when Dana deal was up, somebody was in a hurry to pick up his shit. Why they weren't in a hurry to pick up?
To be fair, I'm gonna have to agree with a lot in this one. It's because Dana pretty much owns the sport.
Yeah, and how much also is it?
Wait. I know that. What I'm saying is, why does he own the sport? What is it about what he's doing? You dissect it. Go through it with a scalpel. Why does it work? Because the spending's not out of control. The spending is not out of control.
He's making them money consistently, aside from making himself money.
He's making himself money. How much of it, not to get political, but how much of it, because I know we got Republicans, Democrats, liberals, whatever on here. How much of it is, though, that is CBS? So, like Trump, that's something hand in the CBS, all the Paramount part of it. How much is that a reason for the overpay and the other stuff, too?
No, listen, I would say,
Wait.
I would say the reason that Dana White's business is sustainable, right? Now, a part of it is something that's never going to go over well in boxing, and that is that the sponsorships and the brand deals go to the company and not the fighter. So you got an arm of revenue right there that can act as a safety net for any net negative. And for any you put on a fight, it doesn't do what you thought it would do. But guess what? You still got brand deals and sponsorships. You still got Monster in the middle of the fucking octagon. So that's a safety net, right? The second safety net is you don't got a guy in there that costs $3-4 million getting fucking booed.
Yeah,
that's a big deal. That they talking about the fighters. What about the fighters, homeboy? Maybe the fighters are getting paid too much. Did you ever think of that? If ESPN left and Showtime left and Fox left, why? Nobody asks why. Boxing is too fucking expensive. It's too expensive. You can't get these guys to do nothing.
And it doesn't also, though, sorry to interrupt, but it also, boxing, the best don't fight the best. We got to wait. Like Manny and Floyd should have fought 5-6 years ago. We're just sitting there waiting. We never got Adonis and Kovalev when they were both hot. We just sitting here waiting. We never got Roy versus Mikushevsky. That's different. But you know what I mean? Like this era, we don't get the best versus the best. And look at 140. All these motherfuckers are best friends. Like
120. Yo. Shakur don't want to fight Keyshawn because they're going to the slumber party together. You see the shit?
Hitchens' boys. I need Mason to knock this dude out and just go up and gain some weight. Go on a growth streak and get rid of all of these guys.
You got a whole thing of one. You got a whole thing of 126 pounders. This is boxing's problem. And I'm gonna go full on GOP with this one. I'm grand old party. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, it's about time because I see the problem in boxing. I've always seen it for 57 years. I've been saying. There's too many chiefs and not enough fucking Indians. Y'all all want to be bosses. This not gonna work. You can't all be bosses. No. Some of y'all got to be employees for this to work. Some of y'all got to be employees. That's the way it is. Devin Haney don't belong on pay-per-view. He never did. But he was on one with Regis Prograis. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ebony Bridges on the undercard. What the fuck? And why? Why? Ask yourself, Ray, why was he on pay-per-view? Because he won a lot of money. It's for no other reason than he won a lot of money and they trying to get it to him. Well, yeah, maybe you want too much.
And Jules, you know what's so disappointing about that shit too? When that fight happened, you know what I thought? And it was announced and everything. And some people had problems with it. But the first thought in my head was, people might have problems with this, but honestly, I think this is a good enough fight. I think Devin Haney's coming off of enough controversy and a big enough moment that if you just put this on regular Ask the Zone, that shit would have done crazy numbers that day.
I agree with you. I agree.
Look how many people went to that fight. I think it was like, I don't remember if it was a sellout stadium, but it was like a lot of people were on that fight.
The real shit is, if I get on my cosmic shit, my Uatu shit, it's not that the pay-per-view model is broken. It's that it's overused. It's not broken. It's overused. There's always going to be a fight. There's always going to be some fights that are bigger than the others, big enough that, yeah, you could charge the 80. There's always going to be a fight, couple of fights like that. The problem is all these motherfuckers want to be on pay-per-view and they won't fight unless they won't fight. So this is the problem that I said this a million times. Spence and Porter would have been huge on Fox. I'm talking 4 or 5 million on regular Fox. Easy. But what y'all did? Y'all put that dumbass shit on pay-per-view, and what it brought? 277,000. And you could have brought you could have brought Fox 5 million viewers on a Saturday night. Fox would have said, "Yo, we got to get him some more money."
And that's how you grow the sport. Ring, that's how you grow the sport, is you have it so other viewers can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone can see it. So you don't have to go out, shell out the pocketbook. The only fight, honestly, that Haney really should have been a pay-per-view was the Loma. And think about that. They dropped the cost.
No, I disagree on that one, though.
What's
I'm
the
going to be
other
honest.
one?
I'm going to say this real. He shouldn't have had any fight on pay-per-view.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell, as a Ukrainian, because I was born in Kiev, I like Loma. He's a good guy. Believes in Jesus. Decent barber, right? He's got a decent barber. But he got a better haircut than Stanionis.
Decent barber.
Yeah, but what is that really saying, though, Jules?
It's saying shut the fuck up, country.
Fuck you, Jules.
Loma don't belong on pay-per-view, and the only fight that Lomachenko could have ever had that would have been box office worthy, that would have did numbers, there's only one. You know what I'm going to say? Tank. That's it. That's the only one. That would have been the only one where it's justified. But the others, listen, I know that they have somewhat of a fascination, but yeah, historically, Americans don't fuck with lightweights like that, and that's what the numbers show you. Never mind the fucking internet because it's free.
Yeah.
What people talk about on the internet is free because there's a thread of people that talk about lightweights. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, bro. That's free. Okay. How much money do they spend? Tank is a better example of this than Lomachenko. You have 7 or 8 pay-per-view appearances, about 7 or 8. Only one of them ever cracked 1 million buys. Only one. The others didn't do nothing. Santa Cruz, Barrios, Cruz, fucking Frank Martin, Lamont Roach, Hector Garcia. Nobody gave a fuck about none of that. You don't belong on pay-per-view neither, Tank. The only time you belong on pay-per-view is either with Loma a couple of years ago, and this year, Stevenson. That's it. The rest of the time, you belong on regular TV, homie.
But
why you not on regular? No. Before I go smoke the cigarette, why are you not on regular TV? It's gonna come back to what I already said. These motherfuckers want too much money.
Well, not only that way, they want to be able to call themselves pay-per-view stars.
But not everybody.
They want to be able to be like, oh, well, he ain't been on pay-per-view like me. I've been on pay-per-view
Canelo
5
and then
times.
who else? That's it. But like
Because
So my
that's all
point,
you
though,
hear from Tank's fans is, oh, well, Ryan ain't been on as many pay-per-views as Tank. And how is
but
all
even
those
Who
pay-per-view
gives a
buys
fuck?
from
but
Ryan?
my
It's
point
like,
about Loma and Haney was even the big boss was like, this is not worth this much. We are cutting it down. So I don't disagree that you're probably right that Haney doesn't deserve to be on pay-per-views. But when Bob Arum is telling you, we're not charging 75 for this. This is crap. This is going to be $40. What does that tell you? You know what I mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
If the head of
That
the
was the,
company is like, this is bullshit.
well, not
So
necessarily it was bullshit, but that was the only pay per view they did over the course of what 4 years.
they had another one that bombed. So they bombed
Fury
Fury.
versus
I don't know
Wilder,
if
I think,
Fury
was another
Wilder
pay per
bombed,
view.
but I know that Crawford Khan bombed. Like that one.
Yeah, that was a while
They
ago
were.
Yeah,
though.
but
I know.
see,
I
now you're
know.
going for. I said the last 4 years.
I'm just saying. I think they only had three paper. I think we only did three pay-per-views. I don't really remember. I remember we had Crawford Khan. I think we had Fury, Wilder, and I think it
But
was
that
Loma.
was a
That's the
cross
only.
promotional available on 2 different platforms, correct?
Yeah. So I'm just
Okay.
saying,
They
of
still
total
counted
of
though.
that whole 7-year deal, I only remember three pay-per-views, unless I'm
No,
missing
if
one.
what's it called? I would say it's like because okay, what's it called? When Crawford was at 40, was that on ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the
Okay,
Ngannou
then
fight,
the
I think
answer
that
to
one.
this it is
Uh,
let's see, 3 fights from Crawford that are pay per view,
was it three?
2 fights
Oh,
from Wilder Fury that are pay per view, and then Haney versus Loma fight, so 6.
what
That's
three?
it.
Oh, so you're right. Porter was one of them. What was the other pay-per-view one? It was
Porter
Postal
Porter.
versus
Khan,
Crawford was
Porter
a
Khan,
pay per
and
view.
was Victor
Postal versus
Postal pay per
Crawford, that was
view?
a pay per
No.
view.
No,
Yes, it was.
was it?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't.
Because I think I remember Ring saying something like he couldn't watch it because
Yeah,
he was like busy or some shit.
yeah, it
I don't.
was.
Was that on the ESPN? Was that part of the ESPN
I'm
time?
not gonna lie, the fact that you don't remember is kind of, I feel like proves the point. But yeah, that was a pay per view.
But was that
Hmm.
an ESPN one though? Because I don't. I only
Yeah,
remember.
that's what I'm wondering. That's why I asked you because
I really only remember
was that like
Khan,
potentially on
Porter.
HBO
I
or
remember Crawford with Khan
I
was a
think that was
pay-per-view.
pre ESPN. I think that
I
was
think that
pre
was
ESPN.
Crawford Khan and Crawford Porter. Those two were pay-per-views. Some were on. There was 4. Wilder, Fury, the second one, and then Loma. I think those are the 4 that I remember. I don't remember any other ones that I did.
Man, how many of y'all? How many? I wonder how many people are going to cancel their DAZN since we got boxing industry, aka a group of bunch of liars.
See, I'm saying that's
um.
that bullshit.
What happened
Wait,
now?
what exactly is wrong with it? Yeah, because I've heard people talk about like going to cancel it already.
You have to pay.
Is there a reason why?
Because he remember they made Turkey made this big production and statement about
Yeah,
pay-per-view models not working no more, and
Okay.
it's going to start with the November 22nd event, and next thing you
Okay.
know, we're being announced that it's a pay-per-view.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
$60.
Well,
All right, so
that was
check it.
quick.
I'm saying check this out. Like, see now November, if I pay my bill for the zone, which is $30, then I gotta pay. I gotta turn around and pay $60 for another pay-per-view fight on the zone. Well, that's $70. I gotta pay $70 next month just to watch boxing.
It's 90, isn't it? Because you got 30 and then
Yeah,
another.
60.
Yeah.
So it's
And
$90.
and if
Yeah.
y'all
See
and
what I'm
if y'all
saying?
remember, that last crescendo was only 25 or
Wait,
20
what
or
I don't.
25.
If somebody explain to me this, why do you have to have? So you have to have the zone to be able then to pay for the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Yes.
That does.
Unless you want to go to payperview.com, which I have done before.
Does Stream E still work or is it canceled?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
And then what's
I
sad
watch
is
Bud and Spence on pay-per-view.com.
Like, yeah, like what's it called? I'll pay for the pay-per-view. I just won't like pay for like the streaming service a lot of the times because I'm like,
yeah,
all right, that feels like I'm getting fucked twice, bro.
yeah, exactly.
If you want to take me once, fine, bro. But that's crazy to go for
Oh,
seconds.
that shit is. You talking about the ring shit, right? You talking about the ring shit, the November
Yeah,
shit?
Turkey and his
Yeah.
lying ass.
That's a great card too, though. Like I
Yo,
would,
that
if
shit.
I had to pay
Listen,
the.
that shit ain't right. I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
and I
Turkey
fuck with
lying ass.
Turk.
Listen, the entire boxing industry is a group of fucking liars, bro. A bunch of fucking liars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Turkey stop for Allah.
And didn't
Yeah, that was
and didn't
definitely
come out
stuff
of
a lot.
So
and
you
No,
didn't
got
he
to
say
listen.
pay
that?
No,
30
listen.
and then
Alhamdulillah and assalamu alaikum. Salami
No,
select.
stuff a lot.
Salami select.
Stop for Allah.
Salami Select, you stupid.
Yo, listen, Salahadin and all this shit,
I'm gonna put
right?
a pig on the grill that day now, bro.
Damn.
The shit is, even with the turkey shit, I came back to the center. What's the real problem? What is the real problem? The real problem is you can't get these guys to do nothing. I know we could point at Turkey, and before we point at Turkey, we could also point at the zone because these are things that are inflating the market. And then if we go before the zone, we go to the beginning where it really started, the Waddle and Reed money. The problem is the market has been inflated for the last decade, and the fighters, you can't get them to do nothing. You can't. You couldn't have got Fury to fight Usyk unless, you couldn't get Better Beef and Bivol in the ring unless, right? This is what's going on. So at the heart of the matter, and this is not a popular opinion, but it is the truth. The fighters want too much money. If you have to pay them in excess of market value to get them to do anything, yeah, they're the problem. They're the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Think of that butt fucking son of a bitch, Tio, bro. Like, what does it take to get him in the fucking ring with Shakur?
Didn't Turkey offer him
That shit still
14
hasn't
mil?
been announced yet,
Dude,
bro.
didn't he turn
Yeah,
down
like
11
14 mil,
11,
million?
like
11 million.
free virgin,
Devin Haney.
11 million.
Michael's fucking virginity. He fucking offered him everything,
He
bro.
turned down 11
11.
million to fight Devin Haney. That is wild to me.
Wow.
Now understand. This is not new. Teofimo been doing this bullshit
Oh, fuck
for
yeah.
5 years. For 5 years. We out of
Yeah.
the pandemic. The crowds are not all the way back yet. Everybody's pocket is hurting. This motherfucker want big money for Georgie Porgy. This is the problem. Nah, because the fighters won't fight unless they get crazy money. That creates this instability that we see in it. The market needs a reset. These
Big time
fighters need
reset.
to be paid based on what they generate, not what you think you worth, not what your mother told you. No, not what the stewardess at the airport said. You need to be paid for what you're worth. And I know, Tio, if we put your ass in Hulu Theater, you ain't gonna sell all the seats. So why are you asking for so much money? Oh, because boxing is dangerous. Then don't box.
Mhm.
Go work at the post office.
Or do Dancing with the Stars.
Do
You can
Dancing
make
with
a
the
who's who.
Stars.
You can make a top 10 of who he's
Yo,
turned down.
Should
You
be
know
in
what
your
I'm saying?
OnlyFans.
speaking of Shakur, did y'all see that thing he took down on Instagram that he put
He
up?
want to fight. Yo,
What?
why do you think that I don't be on this lovey-dovey shit over the fighters? This dude trying to fight a 47-year-old Pacquiao, and he trying to hide
Oh,
it now.
that's nasty.
Over Shakur, bro.
Yeah, that's
And what I
ridiculous.
said, he don't want that. Yo, dog, fighting Shakur for Teofimo is the equivalent of cashing out. For him, yeah,
Yeah.
he cashing out. What if you don't fight Shakur? Where else you gonna get a bag? Who else is offering you a bag? You wanted to leave Top Rank, right? You don't like nobody. You don't like Matchroom. You don't like Top Rank. What you gonna do at the PBC? They don't even got no dates for your ass over there. And if you were over there, I give it 10 minutes before you don't like them. I give it
Yep.
10 minutes. You
It's
work
like
with
He ain't gonna
Turkey
make
for
it.
10 seconds. You work with Turkey for 10 seconds and there were problems. You was talking shit. Remember, you was talking shit.
As much as he uses the N-word, he gonna not do so well at PBC.
Because
I'll
like
get rid of him quick.
you said, his head is a bag of cats, bro. I mean, he just no matter what, he's always going to be fucking doing something stupid.
So the nature of the problem, honestly, because there's a lot of contributing factors, rest assured. But the real nature of the problem is, and this is going to sound monotonous, it's going to sound repetitive. While Floyd Mayweather is not directly responsible, he is the catalyst for B and C tier fighters all across boxing now that think they box office. He is the catalyst. Because it wasn't like that before. I'm telling you, especially young motherfuckers like Real Talk, there was a time you never had to wonder if you was going to get a fight. You never had to. We never wondered if we were going to get De La Hoya versus Trinidad. We knew we were going to get it. We knew.
Yep.
We knew we were going to get
It
that.
was a question of when type shit.
Just a matter of when.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get De La Hoya versus Vargas. We didn't wonder about. We knew, bro. Like, yeah, that's a given. Like, bro, if you don't make it, what the fuck y'all doing? If you don't make it, what the fuck you doing? This shit you see now that's so widespread is a direct byproduct of market inflation. That, like, well, if I got to pay him 3 and I got to pay him 3, that's 6 mil for just them two. That's not counting the undercard fighters. That's not counting the promotion. That's not counting production. Just 3 and 3 for these two fucking guys.
Before you know it, you gonna have probably a $3 million fight that might cost you 10 fucking million or some crazy ass shit. This is the problem. That's why when Dana said that, look, I don't watch MMA, so I don't give a fuck about that shit. And I don't know Dana, I don't know that dude, but he's right. This is not sustainable. How?
Didn't the fucking what's his name? Stanionis, didn't he turn down 1.7, bro, at a time?
Right. The
Like,
first offer from Matchroom, you got a guy, dog. He cannot sell out a box of sneakers. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy cannot sell out a box of Air Force Ones. Right. You got another guy in Brian Gore-Tex. This motherfucker can't sell out a fucking rec center.
why the fuck do you call him that,
two.
bro?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't really know.
Bro, I've been asking myself that for so long. Like, why you be calling him that shit?
You just made it up.
I don't actually understand why I do that. Like, I don't know why I call him.
Hey, but hold on though. If Brian Norman does beat like Devin Haney, and he really can fuck him up though.
The shit is. Look, here's an example. Bakram won a fight nobody thought he would win. He was a 7-1 underdog going into the Tim Tszyu fight. Did beating Tim Tszyu turn him into Julio Iglesias?
Okay, let me try this. So Bakram is Russian, and nobody cares.
Hear me out. It's not that. It's that this is not being a draw is not an exact science. You could win the fight. You could win the belt. You could fuck the bitch. The only way we know if you worth anything is if you draw. And if you don't draw, you don't draw. Rigo was a unified bantamweight, Ring Magazine, all the bullshit. And in the end, it didn't matter. You're not a draw. It's not I beat the guy and I become the draw. Or I win the Ring Magazine and I become the draw.
I don't think Devin's the guy. I think he's just a guy that people like know, or at least I would say a decent amount of people like know from like boxing.
Boots has been fighting mailmen, cab drivers, post office workers, right?
Roofers,
listen, hear me out. His quality of competition is not actually that much better than Brian Norman's, but what separates them? You take Boots to Philly, he sells about 10,000. Whatever's whatever. You take him to Philly, he sells about 10,000. That matters.
Is that the promoter's fault though, Ring? Like that Brian Norman has a partner in Atlanta?
Listen, we could say that, but I'm saying if you took Brian Gore-Tex, the ATL, we know that he gonna do 10,000. We know.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Now, Keyshawn, no one ever tried though.
But
Keyshawn, cousin Keyshawn, because I still got love for that fucking kid. He's crazy. He reminds me of a childhood friend. I still got high hopes for him. Cousin Keyshawn. You take him to Norfolk, his quality of competition is not no special shit. But you take him to Norfolk, 10,000. 10,000. It's not an exact science. But the guys that's worth something, right? They gonna show you. Keyshawn is worth something. Boots is worth something. Belt, no belt. Quality competition, no quality. 10,000, okay? Shakur in New Jersey. You see what I mean? So it's like it has to be based on something palpable. And the biggest problem that modern boxing faces is this is not a business anymore. This is not a business. How could it be? If I gotta pay a $5 fighter $20 to fight, well, that's not a fucking business. You a $5 fighter.
Yeah. I do.
You know what's crazy now? You just said that.
I agree with you, but I also think, like, for example, what's the guy, Matthias? The fact that the dude, other than when he killed the guy, basically in DC, the furthest east he fought was Minnesota. It's like, come on, you got this Puerto Rican guy who is a fan-friendly fighter. You can't at least try him in New York, start him at the Hulu, see what happens, and then go from there.
Listen. I get where you getting at that. In terms of promotion, there were things that could be better. I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't understand a lot of shit. You got a Puerto Rican fighter, fam. Eddie, do you need somebody to hold your hand? You got a Puerto Rican fighter. Yo, take him to New York, have him walk around in the Bronx, take him to the Bronx, take him to Bushwick, take him to LES, take him to La Marqueta, Patelitos. Yo, this is the Subriel Matias Patelito giveaway. Watch me fight, bitch. If you can't be there, watch me at home. I need them numbers. This is not a hard guy to promote. He beat your ass. He ain't boring. He Puerto Rican. He puts peroxide in his hair sometimes, right? He's kind of crazy.
I don't.
He got them
I
Cash
don't know if you could
Patel
blame
eyes
Eddie for
too.
that though.
Whether no, listen, whether you it's not. Don't focus on the little things. Whether you talking about Top Rank or you talking about Eddie, what I'm saying is that the industry, I could tell that the people in the industry not thinking hard enough. Why? This is an easy sell. This is an easy sell. Now, maybe you guys don't understand the fans, not you, the people in boxing. Maybe you guys don't understand the fans as much as you think you do. That, yo, if I'm promoting Subriel, yo, this dude is fucking, he's Bad Bunny, bro. He's fucking Bad Bunny with boxing gloves. Easy.
Yeah.
Cause he's what you want. Listen. It's fuck the bullshit. Real people that pay for boxing. I ain't talking about these fucking nerds online. Real motherfucking boxing fans pay for brutality, and he bring that shit. That's what they there for. If you up at 11 o'clock at night in a foldable chair at somebody's fucking arena, it's not for the footwork. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not for the faints.
It's for the
It's not for the
counters,
fucking
bro.
footwork.
Exactly.
Man, could you imagine? Yeah, let me go from New Jersey to New York to the fucking Garden so I can watch some faints.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
No, the only reason why I'm saying like it's not Eddie's fault because I
This is
remember how that
boxing
went. Like
fucking
he actually
hipsters,
brought
bro.
Subriel to Puerto Rico, which everybody wanted, and then Subriel had a horrible loss and left Matchroom like the day after. Like I never
It was,
saw him
but that,
fight.
but
But
that
no,
was
no,
like,
no, no,
that
no, no,
was-
no. That's
Go ahead.
Ed fault. That's Ed fault. That's Ed fault.
Yeah,
Yo,
don't put him in
dog,
with the slick boxing.
listen. The criminal in me would have robbed that motherfucking Australian. You not
Okay,
leaving
bro.
Australia
okay,
with your own.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck? Listen, y'all motherfuckers took that belt from Subriel so that you don't get Liam to Australia, which is even fucking worse.
That was
So-
worse. That was worse actually.
Liam wins the belt. Y'all don't take him to Australia. Y'all have him go to New York to fight a dude. To fight.
Oh no, they had him fight in Puerto Rico again.
Yo, yeah, that makes more sense. The Australian and the guy from Brooklyn in Puerto Rico.
The guy that just beat your guy is about to fight in your country again against
If
somebody
you-
you don't know.
If you would have took him to Australia, I would have understood, because here's the thing that Americans are not realizing. Now that he's not with Matchroom, for those that don't know, he went with No Limit. He went with No Limit, which is a great promotional outfit in Australia. That much y'all know. He's selling out there. You understand? He's selling. He's doing well. They going to his fight. So I'm like, Matchroom, what the fuck are y'all doing, bro? Now, like I said, if it's me, yeah, you ain't leaving with a win tonight. Yeah, good fight, Liam. We'll get you we'll get you Josh Padley on the bounce, because we not robbing. We gotta rob you, bro. We can't sell you. You look like Edward Furlong. What the fuck we gonna do with you? We can't
Rob
do
that
nothing with
nigga,
you.
bro.
I'm
And Ring-
robbing him.
Ring, don't you think the sport might have been better if they had robbed him? Because then you get more fights that you want. Because he's going to fight anybody at 140.
Listen, motherfucker don't got to tap me on the shoulder to tell me, let's rob the Australian. Hey, I'm at Top Rank. At least they understood. Listen, we're not going to give Liam Wilson the win over Navarrete. Okay,
No.
get the fuck
Not
out of here.
Arizona.
Yeah, knockdown? What knockdown? What are you talking about, Liam? There was no knockdown. What are you talking about?
The mouthpiece is upside down.
What
It's
the
an
fuck
optical
wasn't a
illusion. It
lockdown.
never
talking
happened.
about?
You understand that shit? Like, you motherfucker don't got to tap me on the shoulder to tell me, yeah, we're going to rob the Australian for the Puerto Rock. I know this,
Bro,
okay?
they
I
robbed
read
the
the manual.
Filipino. Ring, they robbed the Filipino and he landed a punch clear as day.
Yeah,
Hey,
and they were like, "Nah, that never happened." Well, we just found out. Like when you guys found out,
Maybe
that's
they
The
crazy.
shit, the shit I love is how stupid they was acting for 3 fucking days. Like, yeah, I don't know what you talking about. Yo, what are you talking about? I don't know what y'all
Nah,
talking
and then
about. Where's
they
the
put out the
replay?
video of them pretending like they cared after, like, "Oh yeah, we just saw it." Crazy, right?
Right? You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Like, yeah, that's wrong. Yo, we got to get her. And
That
listen,
shit not getting reversed though.
No, the shit is there was supposed to be a rematch. That's the shit.
Exactly. That's
And
the shit.
Yo, and he's
and
talking about
everybody
fighting
forgot
fucking
about that.
Eduardo Nunez now, bro. I'm like,
And I
damn, what
loved
happened to
it.
Charlie?
Because listen, do you think I want Charlie Suarez versus Munez? No, I want Navarrete versus Munez, man. Fuck that. Yo, Charlie, kick rocks, bro. I'm sorry. Kick the rocks, bro. Go over there. Get the fuck out.
Nah,
Like,
nah,
get the
wait,
fuck
wait,
out
wait,
of
wait,
here.
wait. Hold on. You can't say that and then
Suck,
have the same
bitch.
attitude. Because I remember you had a different attitude when I talked about like Karen and Giasov not even getting a thought at welterweight.
No, listen. It's not. It's. This is if I was in charge. I'm telling you, y'all wouldn't want me to be a boxing promoter. Boxing would be in a better place. Oh yeah, but yeah, if we gotta rob a motherfucker, that's light. Like y'all, I'm sorry,
You know what I'm
Teofimo,
saying?
I can't rob you, Faloma. Yo, I'll give you a draw. You want to
Yeah,
draw? I'll give you a draw. And we do it again. And we do it
that's
again next
why.
year. I can give you a draw. It's good, right? Devin Haney. Nah, nah. You want to draw? Look, I got a draw for you. You want to draw? You don't want to draw? All right, I'm gonna give it to Loma. Fuck that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Jules,
The fuck are you
got a
talking about? Like,
Jules, I got a question for you.
You got facts in the decision.
Looking at the landscape, I got a feeling that Boots is not going to fight Baru next.
who you think he's gonna fight?
He's
Who you
going to
think
go
he's
for
gonna
the
fight?
turkey. I think he's going to go for the turkey money. It'll either be Bakram or Ortiz.
I see. No, see, you just don't like to listen to
Yeah,
me,
you
and that's
lost.
your fucking. No.
No.
He
But let
doesn't
me
let.
let me
No,
finish.
no,
Let
no,
me
no, no,
finish.
no, 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 no. I don't need to let you finish because I'm gonna tell you the way this goes. All right. I've been right too many times to keep acting like I don't be right 95% of the fucking time. You want to know what's gonna happen? In a couple of weeks, Virgil's gonna fight Lubin. You know what happens after that? Virgil's injured. Oh no, he can't fight. Oh no, he can't fight Boots in the first quarter of the year. Stop. What I told motherfuckers keep forgetting shit I said because I say so much. I said Zerto's not gonna fight Ja Opataya. I've said that like Nas. He's not gonna do that. Something gonna happen. He's not fighting Ja Opataya. After that, Billum Smith, something gonna happen. Dick gonna get stuck in his ass. Something gonna happen. He's not gonna fight him. He's not gonna fight him. Now we in October, Brim. Is he no, right? And he ain't about to neither. What is he talking about? Dave Benavidez. That's what he talking. He talking about Dave Benavidez. That's what he talking about. He ain't talking about Jai. I'm telling you, Turkey might put up the money, but watch. After the Lubin fight, even if Virgil win, shit, my knuckle, I got a contusion. Shit, I hit my leg on the side of the mattress.
Pulled
My
his
dick
ass.
twisted. My dick twisted inside this bitch. I can't
But
fight.
Jules, I wanted to say something. You didn't let me finish, and I understand why you didn't. But I think even if Virgil wasn't hurt, I think because Boots, every fight he's had since the first fight, his sales has went down and down and down. So I think the Baru opponent, unless it's funded by Turkey, I don't think Eddie thinks it's going to make enough money to pay what they need to pay out. Because if he fights Baru, even though it's a quality fight, in my opinion, in your opinion, the masses are not going to probably be lined up to go to that fight.
Dude,
How
you're
much do
not
you think he has to pay Baru, bro? Like a chocolate
Yeah.
bar?
Yeah, let me calm down because
You're such an asshole for that. That was
Yeah,
funny.
no, I'm not though. Like,
I'm gonna
like
just
what's the how much
let
he
me
gonna
tell you
cost, bro?
let me tell you one fucking thing, bro. I think Eddie got 2 mil for Baru, 1.72 mil. I think he got
Whoa, then that's
Yeah.
an overpay.
My dude, they were gonna give Brian 1.7, and they gave Stanionis more than they offered Brian. I'm telling you, they got 2. They've got 2 for Baru. This is a long-term investment. You taking a haircut on that fight, you know that. You taking a bath on that one in the hope that Butsa become, and it is working. See, you don't see what I see and understand. What I understand, like real talk, he can't fathom what I could fathom. That y'all mad at Boots, y'all not mad at Boots. One thing y'all don't know, he was trending on Saturday. 15,000 posts about Jaron Ennis, whether they like him or not.
Cool.
15,000
Yeah, I saw
posts.
that.
Understand what I understand. you might have to take a bath on that, but you don't have a choice because if you can't make the Virgil Ortiz fight, and you won't, that's not gonna happen, dog. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop drinking the Kool-Aid and stirring it with the big spoon. That's not happening next. Why the fuck would you think that? You think Oscar really? Why the fuck would you think that? I would like for that to be the fight.
No, you know why I believe it, bro? Why I believe in Oscar making that fight? Because I'm hearing fight against Boots Ennis, right? I'm hearing a fight that is somewhat popular against a guy that's moving up in weight and not for a title, bro. That feels like a perfect Virgil fight.
I'm trying to
Tell me I'm wrong, bro.
And listen. Country, stop fucking typing so loud. What the fuck are you writing, bro?
My last will and testament.
Am I in it?
Yeah.
Okay, keep typing.
This nigga. Virgil has an interim title though.
Yeah, come on.
He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot with that interim title.
And news today, I also have an interim title.
Yo, listen, dog. He had that intestinal belt for a year and a half. He had that in his intestine. He not doing shit with that, though. He probably don't. He is probably under the bed, bro.
If you buy a belt tomorrow, if you buy a WBC belt tomorrow, it will mean as much as that interim title Virgil has.
I'm telling you, I'm fairly certain Virgil will be injured after the Lubin fight. He will be injured. He fucking got injured. He fucking fought Madrimov. He was injured. Sat out most of the summer. Didn't fight. Remember the fucking Madrimov? That was months ago. Well, he got injured. He couldn't come back right away. I'm telling you. That's another thing I wonder about. Well, when the fuck was he supposed to fight Boots if he was injured? I don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting. He's gonna get injured. His shoulder, fucking dick hurts, athlete's foot, the gout, something gonna go wrong.
The reliable hand injury when you don't knock out Lubin. Nah, I'm just kidding. He will knock out Lubin.
You think I don't know. Jesus Ramos didn't, so I don't know. I don't know,
man. I maybe Jesus Ramos' power might have just been overrated, to be honest.
Virgil ain't knocked out no real junior middleweights. You know that, right?
He hasn't. But it's like you gotta knock out Lubin though. Like I feel like that's like a rite of passage.
Brandon Adams did better. And I ain't even talking about the
first
fight. I'm talking about the rematch. He did better against fucking Boachuk than Virgil did. Brandon Adams. I'm not knocking Virgil. I'm just being honest that I don't see Boots versus Ortiz even happening at this weight.
Hey, Jules, you're talking to the wrong person because I remember, I want to say this was before the rematch with Brandon Adams time. It was a while ago. Me and Don kind of got into it because I said, yo, I don't think Virgil's resume is really that much better than Boots. And then I said, yo, let's look at fucking Sergey. Like, he really hasn't done shit. Like, his career really is that fight against you and then a fight against Brian Mendoza, who was coming off a loss.
You know? So
okay, but let's be honest.
I don't think that's a hot take.
The problem with Virgil right now is those fights look like developmental fights. If you look at Madrimov is a good fight to have, but it's a good fight to have when you are like 22 years old if you are a blue chip prospect. You're closer to 30. Like there's been 10 years of your career basically. Mm-hmm. And you are not because the Boachuk fight, you didn't win that fight. No. You didn't win that fight. Nah.
He didn't win that
fight. And the Madrimov fight, Madrimov was coming off a loss.
There you go.
So it's always so much anger in Virgil Ortiz's career, and I agree with you. You haven't been knocking out nobody at 100, a legit 154. No. So Lubin might rob you, honestly.
That's possible. Very.
I'm just saying. This is brought to you by the same people that are bringing you Schofield versus JoJo Diaz. And you want to play with me. You want to talk shit to me, but you want to talk shit to me when I say, yeah, I don't think that shit gonna go down, Brim. I don't think that shit gonna go down.
That fight is ass, but Schofield is very young. He has been talking, and the reason why people is giving you so much shit to Schofield It's because he has been talking. His father has been talking.
He has
so
a
much.
legendary coward rating right now.
Y'all
I'm not gonna
didn't
lie.
y'all didn't notice the shit that's been going on at Golden Boy because it didn't start with Zerto and his hospital gown, and it didn't start with Floyd Schofield and all them iPhone charges that he stuffed in his mouth. The original shit was 4 years ago when Oscar De La Hoya was supposed to have some kind of a fight with Victor Belfort, somebody. And y'all remember? He's in the hospital with the gown, all the wires and shit. Do y'all remember he had like
No,
COVID?
I don't remember him
Y'all
having a
remember-
fight.
y'all really? How do y'all not remember us? Y'all don't. This is 4 years ago, bro. He was supposed to do like an exhibition a Triller thing. Y'all don't remember that?
Really? Wow.
Nah, bro. Hey,
All
that must have
right.
been an
I
insignificant
don't
moment in
remember it
time.
either, man.
Hold on, I got y'all right now.
I believe you, but I just don't remember it.
I believe you. It's just like that must have been on a scale of I don't care so much, bro. Like I don't even know why that's an interesting matchup. You think I would want it?
Right?
No,
Actually,
I'm
you know what?
saying,
If,
I'm
if,
saying,
if Vito Belfort if Belfort's on that TRT again, I would have watched that shit. I would
No,
have
no,
watched
but
that shit
Julius,
immediately.
you're talking about that motherfucker got in the hospital for COVID.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He
Okay,
was
Julius,
supposed.
but
No. He was supposed to have a fight. It wasn't
Yeah.
just I caught COVID. He was supposed to fight, and the reason he couldn't fight was, I got COVID.
He had cocaine.
We always got that. I'm about to show y'all right now. Hold up. Let me show y'all this shit right now. Show you this shit. Motherfuckers want to play me, think I'm lying. I'm not fucking lying. I don't got nothing to lie about. Fuck am I gonna lie for?
Who said you
I,
were
I
lying?
will say this, I what's it called? I say that Auntie Skull is a piece of shit that'll ruin her son's career, but they really cleaned up that Shakur Stevenson shit. I'm not gonna lie. Wow.
Oh my God, he's pulling a Floyd
This
Schofield.
Oh my God. It's damn near. No, it's worse though. Like, look, he's making a face.
Look like
That's supposed to be his
I
pain
tell you,
face.
he was supposed to. Let me look at the correspondent article. Let me look at the correspondent. Right? Hold up.
Oh my God!
Is this a selfie?
They was
Yeah.
they was
No,
putting,
Yo,
But
they
yo,
do
was
yo,
you
yo,
putting
yo,
tell
stuff
yo,
in his
yo,
me?
yo.
ass,
You,
bro. That's
you
why they're looking like
understand?
that.
Do you understand?
Yeah, but you know what? He looks like that nowadays.
nah, but
They were taking his rectal thermometer temperature.
Like I said,
Yo,
De
he's
La
looking
Hoya.
down.
Wait. De La Hoya, 47, confirmed the original report from TMZ on Friday by posting a video on social media from his hospital bed. The Golden Boy, who wrote on Twitter that he is fully vaccinated, was scheduled to box former UFC champion Victor Belfort in an 8-round bout featuring 2-minute rounds in the main event of a Triller Fight Club pay-per-view at the Staples Center in LA.
Wow.
Damn, Oscar.
Now, ever since that Oscar-worthy performance, everybody at Golden Boy has mud butt, swamp ass, they stomach hurt, something wrong. Everybody,
That
bro.
nigga said mud butt.
Right?
What the hell is
You know what
butt, Dan? Or do we really want to know?
Because what you really need to wonder is,
Here's
how
diarrhea.
hard is it? How hard is it for Oscar to get a couple of hospital gowns and a couple of iPhone chargers for whenever somebody? How hard is it, bro? I don't think it's that hard.
Cause I was at the gym a few weeks back and somebody had swamp ass in the sauna, bro.
Ugh.
I had to slide out, bro. I was like, nah.
Trying to tell you, dog. Every time a Golden Boy fighter is in a pinch now, the hospital gown come out, the iPhone chargers come out. You see the shit in the corner, bro. That is a room in Oscar's house, bro. That's a room in his house, bro.
That's maybe like,
It's a room in this house.
it's the look, bro. It's like, really, my nigga, you took a picture like this and you were like, yo, everybody gonna believe me. This is
That's
I'm
a
in pain.
like you
That is
called
not a
it out,
picture.
Ray. That's a selfie, dog. That is literally he took that. He did that.
Wait, that is not a picture.
That's a selfie, yeah.
No, that is not a selfie. He's making a video. That's a
Yeah, that's a
image
still
from
image.
video.
It was a video. Yeah, it was a video. But I mean, it's still a
Oh,
Yeah,
selfie
he's
because
still holding it.
it's a selfie because he the one that was holding the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, please. I'm sorry to the fans.
I feel like I
Right?
did this shit. I feel like I did this shit when I like didn't really have nothing wrong with me, but I wanted the bitches to feel bad. Like I was
My
like,
dude,
yo, it's
listen,
rough
y'all.
right now.
Nah, listen. Y'all all know this pain. Y'all all know this pain. I ain't worked for nobody in such a long time. So I could feel the emotions coming back, right? You know when you call this, you know when you call your job, like, yo, fuck this shit. I ain't going. Yeah, I'm really sick. You put on the voice and all it. Sorry.
Nah, B. There was one where he called and he was pretending like he was in the hospital, but his bitch was in the back pressing the microwave button every few seconds. So it
Yep,
was like
exactly.
fucking
Bing,
Nah.
fucking ambient hospital noises and shit.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Like everybody done did that once. You know, you good as shit. You got some Taco Bell right here, thing of pizza right here, it's mug of beer, and I'm sorry, I can't tell the boss. And get off the phone, you right back in the shit. Nipples come out, start sweating and shit. Everything is great, bro. Everything is great.
Y'all know what's funny? Like I actually know coworkers at my job who actually do that. They call in sick and do this shit, right? But then they go to games and concerts and post photos on Instagram and Facebook like about where they were, and I'm like, are y'all fucking idiots? It's like
Yeah, they
somebody
are.
so somebody could easily track this shit and say what the hell's wrong with y'all? Like,
Trying to tell you, dog. Like. Now you know this with Oscar was 4 years ago. That shit. This with Oscar that was 4 years ago. Since then, tragedy has struck every fucking Golden Boy fighter. Ah, my
Yeah.
foot hurt. Oh, my bunion. Oh, my pinky. Oh, my asshole. Something's
I
always
mean,
fucking
I feel
wrong,
like
bro.
Floyd's been overusing it a bit though. Like I remember he put the first pull out was Ashton Sylvie and he was like my elbow hurts. And I remember Ashton was like, I don't know, was this motherfucker doing MMA or something?
Right? Well, how the fuck your elbow hurt? The fuck you doing?
No,
Go.
wait, because I've moved out like doctors and shit, like optometrists and shit. I've moved their equipment. You don't all you need is a couple machinas and you can role play that shit
My
easy way. It
dude, you
probably
see,
is a fucking
look,
room in
look,
this house.
listen, you see that shit that's above Oscar's head, right? I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's a sink without the pipes in it, bro. You could get that shit at any time. It's a sink without the pipes in it, bro.
Oh my god!
That nigga
Right?
plugged some
Yo,
Ethernet into a
yo, that
sink and
shit right
shit.
there,
That'll
all
do.
that black shit, the black wire shit over there, whatever. Yo, that's from a rotary phone, bro. That's from a rotary phone. And you could make that setup yourself, bro. That's not they not in a hospital, dog. Understand. What the fuck could have been wrong with Floyd Schofield that many wires is in his mouth, bro? What?
It wasn't even in his mouth, bro. I remember someone was like, bro, it's just the way the picture's taken. That shit's just down his shirt.
No,
No,
dog.
because
Do
no,
you
look,
got no?
just
Do
on
you
some real
have
shit.
like a terminal case of the shits? Cause you.
No, cause I'm not even
Bro,
no, cause I've taken a picture like that. Como he's like, oh, like take a picture of me for Facebook, so they could ask for prayers and all, and like she fucking all the dramatic
yeah.
novella head turn and shit like
You
por
know what I'm
me.
saying? Like, how the fuck you got a terminal case of the shits on Friday, but you back in the gym on Monday? What the fuck was wrong with you? My
Yeah.
ass was.
I mean,
Yo,
what's
My
I
begging
ass.
the
remember the
question is
second
like,
half
is
fight,
like
Nah,
I
if
felt
Floyd
was
was
all
gonna
you
do all
good.
this,
know what I had psoriasis in my ass. I
Like,
couldn't
I'm
reach
still
it.
alive.
You know what I'm
I'm getting
saying?
the
Did you guys
question if
ever see
Floyd was
like the
gonna do all
second
this.
wave?
Yeah.
Oh, continue, AJ.
No. I'm saying if Floyd was gonna do all this, why take the fight in the first place? I mean, nobody would have shamed you if you
Because,
turned it down.
bro,
No,
no,
I
no,
mean,
they would have.
See, his daddy talked him to that fight.
no. The shit is
I,
no. The shit is no. This what happened. Remember that Shakur was going through it with who was it? Was it Frank Martin? He was
yeah,
it was
going
yeah,
through.
Zapata.
yep.
No, it was
He
Zapata
pulled.
at the time.
Yeah, no, right. It was a
Oh
Pater. He
yeah,
was going through it. He was going through it with a Pater. These motherfuckers pipe up on Twitter thinking it ain't gonna be about nothing. Like most shit in America ain't about nothing. Motherfuckers said on Twitter. Motherfuckers say a lot of shit on Twitter, right? They didn't figure that Turkey gonna be like, word, you will? I
uh huh.
come holler. They didn't figure like, oh shit, he really trying to do that because they not used to that. Nobody over here is
Yeah,
Big Turk trying to make that.
Yeah, they
You
didn't know
with
that
it?
shit was real rap over there.
Yeah.
But then they
Next
ended up
thing he
pulling out. So like,
next
what was the point? I mean, like
it's
seriously.
because it was embarrassing.
It
Think
was
about it. If you
optics
go
way. It was
the
full optics. You can't
the
talk all that rah shit, and then when the
exactly.
fight gets made that
when
quick, you turn it down.
and
You
then when
have to.
they
You have to.
realize
It's a
when they
sophisticated
realize
duck
the
way.
bar when they realize yo the bar is set really fucking low in America. They tolerate all kind of homo shit out here, right? Yo, we out of here, bro. Floyd, just tell him your dick hurt, bro. We out of here. We on the first plane back to America, bro.
They
And
figure it's too early to get found out in their
and now
career.
look, motherfuckers. Besides us old motherfuckers, nobody really talk about that shit. Like, yeah, they done put a lot of distance between them.
It
They
no,
took
I
yo,
no, like I said,
listen,
bro,
they
yo, a lot
talking
of they
shit.
cleaned it
Yo,
up.
no, they talking shit. Shakur, you want to see my son's asshole,
Oh,
Shakur?
oh
You
God.
up?
No, but
Bro,
that's what I
you
mean though.
gotta
It's like
recognize
for I don't
the
know how
age
they
we're
did
Big
it.
Mama
in,
Skull.
way. We're
They
in an
cleaned it
age
up
where
to the point.
every platform has some sort of quick form of media, like reels or fucking TikToks, right? These people, their attention span is shot. They don't remember that shit, so they don't it's everything is right in front of them. That's why they don't talk about this shit.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but like what's it called? That the thing is like they cleaned it up to the point, and what Michael said just now, where it's like yo, literally all that really needs to happen is that some time has passed and people start forgetting small details. Like I remember when he put up a video basically his dad said some crazy just some shit that's almost cognitive dissonance where it's like he said, oh, that they got Mason, they got Shakur and they're champions and the powers that be don't want my son against them. And I'm like, yo, you ducked both of them niggas. You pulled out
exactly.
against both.
You
That's insane.
literally
And
admitted. You literally admitted they offered you 2 M's for Abdullah. We wouldn't have
No, no,
known
no.
if
What
you
he
wouldn't have
admitted
said
is
nothing.
he said they offered me what's it called? I forgot what he said. They offered me a mill, but he's like, I need like more than what I got for the Shakur fight. And I'm like, you need
What the
more than
hell?
you got for the
For
title fight?
for a
Am
less,
I tripping?
I did a video about it. I said you need more money for a less experienced fighter than
Yeah.
Shakur,
Yeah.
huh?
Wow.
And yo, you know what his reasoning was? And this is how I know I was like, bro, he has to just be like pressing buttons in his head to say shit. He was like, nah, because when you look at it, the fight that I didn't have with Shakur, we didn't get that money. So we need to get that money and this money. I was like, no fucking way.
I'm gonna
Okay,
tell you.
You
No,
see
listen.
what
I'm
kind
gonna
of logic are they
wait.
using?
Shut the fuck up. Wait, shut the. I'm gonna tell you what they doing. This is like you playing your little brother in Street Fighter, and he beat you by mashing the buttons. That's the scope. They just pressing buttons. They just pressing buttons,
No,
and they
no,
beating you. Just pressing buttons. That's what they
no,
doing.
no. But Julius, let me. Okay, I'm not gonna use the word because I know I can use it here, but you know what I'm talking about. What Schofield's dad is doing is basically Turkey is trying to make this fight to overpaying you. I don't think it's actually right, but he can make it happen. He can buy those fights by himself. But for some reason, what this kind of character that's not enough. It's like he's watching all that money in Turkey's pocket and said, I know you have some money and I know you are overpaying me, but I need more because I know you have more. It's like the case of Brian. It's the case of Brian Norman. Like I know I don't make that much money against Boots when that fight was in the making, but yeah, I need more money because
My
I know
dude,
you have
no.
more.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's not a money thing because if it's really about money, un muerto de hambre, verdad? If see the money thing reduces people to crackheads, right? So if it's about money, the crackhead, if you tell a crackhead, yo, do the cabbage patch on top of a microwave on the George Washington Bridge, they'll do it. Yo, listen, stick your face in this bucket of piss for $20. The crackhead to do it, right? This is not a money thing. They're not after money. They're just scared. That's all. It's not a money thing. You're just scared. You're using you're hiding behind the money. You don't want money. If it were about money, there was money there for you. If it
Right.
were about money, it's not about money. You're just afraid. That's all. It's just fear. Let's not overcomplicate it. It's not about dog. You getting offered money that understand Oscar wasn't gonna give you that. We don't actually know that you would have ever made it to being a $2 million fighter, Floyd Schofield. We literally don't know that. You got offered, you're basically being offered money from 5 fights from now or something like that. You're being offered money as if you have a belt, So if it were about money, you would have took the money. If it were about money, it's not about money. You just chicken shit. Honestly,
no, I disagree with you. I want to overcomplicate this shit.
No,
no
need.
This is different than the case of Tyson Fury versus Usyk. You don't remember what was happening in the first fight.
Yeah.
Look, I know there is a difference between, I don't know, 20 million to 40, 50, 60 million, but at some point, all those zeros, all those O's, they start losing meaning. If you're not going to do something for 20, you are not going to make it for 30 or 40. Turkey came out in the picture because, okay, you cannot hide behind this. I know you don't want this fight. Mm-hmm. I know you're going to lose against this man because you cannot beat him. So I'm going to give you this crazy amount of money to enter the ring and we can settle this. To me, that's different, this situation with Abdullah Mason and Floyd Schofield. You are watching 2 millions and you say, you can give me 3. You have no problem. I know you have money.
They're not, no, Leo. They're not after. Listen, this is another guy. Trust me. This is another guy. When the time comes, you won't be able to pay him enough to fight in the fights he needs to be. Trust me. You won't be able to pay him enough.
He's broke Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He won't be.
Facts. Yeah, that's an excellent comparison.
His dad is gonna be on every fucking podcast. Shakur been done moved to 155. Shakur, come to my house and watch TV Guide. He's a fucking weirdo, bro. Okay? You know what I'm saying? He sound like Remy Martin has Rosie Perez stuck in her throat. That's how he talks.
But yeah, what I was saying, to finish that, because I actually got sidetracked. You go to the comments of that video, a lot of people are like, there are people clowning him, but there's a lot of them that are just like, why are you guys clowning him? He was sick that day. And some people respond to him like, bro, did y'all forget? That wasn't the problem, really. Him being sick is okay. Him being okay after a week, that's not.
1 week.
Him saying that Shakur killed him, that's not okay either.
It was 2 days, yo. And why do we know? You hit the nail on the head with this, Ray. This is the real generation. I'll watch a reel about some cooking shit, right? And try to write down the recipe. I'll screenshot the recipe. And the next thing you know, it's an ass popping in my face. And the next thing you know, Nigel Farage is talking about reform. And the next thing you know, Kash Patel was arguing with the bitch at the meeting. And the next thing you know, I don't forgot about the cooking video. This is the real generation. A couple of reels, you done forgot a lot of shit. Shit, what was I on here watching before?
I'm surprised people forgot the story that he came up with, because he, quiet as kept, he tried that shit 2 times. Because you remember after the first time he had to apologize because he was about to get sued, basically. He tried to rerun it. I want to say a couple of months ago. He put up a thing on his own page where he had messages that were supposed to be from Shakur and the alleged poisoner, apparently. It's not a massage lady anymore, by the way.
They said that they set them up. They put narcotics in their car. Remember that the police stopped them. You remember the crazy shit?
And then he turns around and says that the cops said, the tow truck driver tells the cops that he couldn't have driven the car because the engine was stone cold.
Yeah, and I remember somebody saw that when that came out. Somebody said, okay, so real quick, if a tow truck driver ever said that to a cop when they found drugs in your car on everything, you're still getting arrested. It doesn't matter.
The shit.
And you're black. You're gone.
He's like, yo, oh shit. My tires ain't got no tread. My tires is bald. It must be Shakur. What the fuck are you talking about, dog?
No. The best one. No. He went they broke into my house. Went into our rooms, took our passports, and ripped out one page and left the passports in there.
You want to know what I remember? You want to know why I remember? Because there was a picture of his car or something, and the fucking tires was bald. I'm like, yo, I don't trust nobody to let their tires get like that. Get the fuck out! Like your tires ain't got no like, fam. It ain't. I know it's rough, but it ain't that fucking rough, bro. Get some new fucking
And
tires, bro.
people try to remedy it by being like, yo, it could have been Jay Prince. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be honest. At this point, wouldn't he just threaten them at gunpoint? I feel like that's way simpler than all the shit I've been hearing so far. Like,
like
this
you
shit
got
sound mad
motherfuckers.
complicated.
You got motherfuckers paragliding in the fucking Floyd Schofield house, fucking with his cereal, moving the bowls around and shit. They put the spoons where the forks is and the forks where the spoons is. Yo, use his bathroom. Don't flush the toilet,
and they
right?
play
Like,
Mission Impossible theme when they come through the door and shit. You know,
fuck
Nah,
out
you know what it's
bro.
like? It reminds me of like a guy that's trying to be like way too meticulous about his disrespect. Like, yo, watch this. We about to go into his crib and just take away all his spoons, bro. Like he just gonna eat with forks for the rest of his life. That's the level of shit you talking about.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna flip the toilet tissue. It roll this way, we gonna flip the shit the other way. We gonna sleep on his mat. Like, bro, what type of shit is this, bro? And what is
okay, Julius?
Like Coach Malachi said, the dude's a pathological liar, man. I mean, he just, you know.
No, but okay, good. I know for us, it sounds so natural to know, to understand this kind of shit, but this is a reason I don't blame casuals for not knowing these gossips, because this is boxing gossip at the end of the day. That, yeah, a casual guy is just gonna, this guy is fighting this other guy, that's it. That's all they're gonna know. Now, no, us, we're watching the stats and the title holders and the rankings and this shit that is so goofy, dude. This goofy doing that shit is really. Now, there is a thing about how intelligent you are. If you watch that fucking picture with Floyd Schofield with all those iPhone chargers in his mouth, you are gonna know right away. If you are smart enough that shit is a lie.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is acting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. And the shit is this one thing though. We entertain ourselves because we observe the sport closer than most. So yeah, this is kind of funny to us, right? But in the greatest scheme of things, this is why boxing is where it's at.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like, yo, that's funny for a few seconds, right? It is. But it's like, don't you see how desperate these boxers are to not do their job? To not box.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course, because that's the main ones I'll be talking about. But this is the boxers don't want to box, and the people in the industry don't want boxing to be a sport, and that's never been more prevalent, right, than in the last 10 years. Well, if boxing stops being a sport, people stop watching it. You understand that? Stops being a sport, yeah, people stop watching. The fuck they gonna watch for?
Well, yeah, because they went too crazy on the business side and let it overtake the sport, and instead of keeping a balance, so they could keep things going.
Wait. You know, interesting country. The funniest thing is, right, because we were talking earlier, and I just realized something. You said it became too much of a business, right? I would say it's weird. They actually decided to do neither of those things. They decided to say, hey, we're gonna be like a business and we're gonna treat things mad strategical, but we're also going to do non-business things by overpaying everyone.
Listen,
basically giving away free money.
I would say before I go smoke this cigarette, I would say that I'm not going to say the same thing everybody says, because when you do things in the name of business, it is with the intention of creating revenue and something that is sustainable. That is a business. What they have done, it's not business. It's just cowardice. And I'm tired of business being the shit that motherfuckers use for they scary ass shit. Like, nah, that's not business, because business makes sense. The shit you doing don't make sense. Nothing that these motherfuckers do really makes sense. Teofimo, you don't make no sense. Floyd Schofield, Schofield, you don't make no sense. None.
Well, I mean, this whole bullshit about picking and choosing who they want to fight and who they don't. I mean, come on, man. The fuck is a ranking system for then? What's a fucking mandatory for?
They want Teofimo is a kid who's been singing "Poor Me" for 5-6 fucking poor me. They don't love me. Top Rank don't love me. The stewardess won't fuck me. My dad won't wipe my ass. Everybody ate my hop. Man, shut the then retire, bro.
Yeah,
get out of here.
I mean, Jules, you said all that like Teofimo is what. Well, that's because he's a fucking idiot and an asshole, but he doesn't realize this. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just that he's not the only one that, whether it's Teofimo or the Schofields or Javon, like, yeah, this is a uniquely American problem that is often masqueraded as being in the name of business when it's not in the name of business. It's in the name of I'm fucking scared and I don't want to fight. That's all it is, bro. Exactly. That's all it is, bro. Now I'm gonna go smoke this bogey. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think that when coach is talking about the business side, the business strategy is for every promotional company that was working in the USA was kind of the same. Kind of. I think the PBC was more clear example that they were trying to corner the market. They were trying to overpay the guys. It was trying to create a source of power for brand that everyone was. When you were talking about American fighters, you almost were talking about PBC fighters at some point.
Yeah.
Like being a PBC guy takes precedent about anything. It doesn't matter the titles. It doesn't matter the accolades. That shit didn't work. It was too expensive at the end of the talent. Yeah, in the case, the most clear example is Terence Crawford. You could do all that shit with Errol Spence, and it was days. It was Terence Crawford wiped his ass with that guy.
Let us not forget the sanctioning bodies were also pulling a lot of shenanigans too.
Still are.
Yeah,
it's really only like two, and one of them I think has dropped out of the race ever since Tom Brown made that little endorsements of TKO. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
I mean, which sanctioning body could you say is the most legitimate at this point? The WBO, I guess.
I mean, we've had this conversation before. It's BO and the IBF at this point. It's pretty much just them.
I mean, IBF they've been like they've been on some bullshit too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but yeah, you could. It is those two, but which one of those two would you say? Like IBF or WBO? Probably.
I
BO,
mean,
so.
You want my real honest answer?
Yeah.
It really doesn't fucking matter. Like honestly, bro. Like it really doesn't. You're 4 fucking titles anyway. The best part about you is when you guys don't exist separately.
Agreed. I say just get rid of them all and just start from scratch.
Yeah,
no, because if I see a TKO belt, I'm gonna kill myself, bro. I'm not trying to see that shit on my TV.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If all the sanctioning powers will disappear and it was just a TKO boxing title, I will stop watching the sport.
Yeah. If you make it a ring belt, though, now we got something.
That will cook.
That
I can go for. I can go for a ring belt. That will cook.
Because what's it called? You know what? But you know, I'd make a bet with you though. If you somehow manage to erase every sanctioning body from existence except for the Ring Magazine belt, you know what I bet would happen? I bet you right now that a bunch of boxers would just not bother fighting for it.
I could believe. Yeah, I believe that.
It would just never happen.
Yep.
I would sooner believe. I would sooner believe that the boxers and some promoters would actually try to go the TKO route of actually making their own belt before they just said, all right, we're all gonna just fight for the ring.
Yeah, but I kind of see the play with the ring because they're gonna be super boxing. If that shit really happens, they're gonna be super boxing, fighting each other, and at some point, people are gonna say, "Why do 2 of these motherfuckers are fighting for the ring title if they are not ranking internationally?" And then the people are gonna start to realize, yeah, because the ring title is not longer like an independent entity. Is holded by the guy that's working closely with the Dana White. That's what that is what's going to happen. So then people's going to start to argue what's happened with the lineal status. If you can be really undisputed if the ring is not, and that's I understand what they are trying to do, but look, all that shit with the Muhammad Ali Act and Sufa, to me, honestly. Not every fucking sport has to be the NBA or the NFL, so it can exist in America.
Yeah,
I don't believe that's necessary, but some people always has the need the ambition to, everything has to be a monopoly in the United States of America in order to work. That's a lie, because you can make shit happen, but you have to say what you need to say. In the case of for example, the media, if those motherfuckers stop sucking so much dick, you could have a real sport, because you don't need to endorse every fucking pussy like Gervonta Davis and all those motherfuckers in the PVC. You never need to do that, but you let that shit go around, and that the people think, no, the sport is broken, boxing is broken. No, that they are just those guys.
Yeah. I'll disagree.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big issues too. Like I remember like people kept like asking, and it was actually a Top Rank they did it, but you could put this for boxing in general, where they're like, man, where are the stars? I don't think they've been able to make stars. I don't think they've. And I've been looking, I'm like, yo, man, look, it's really hard for me to blame a promoter to an extent, to a small extent, when it comes to stars. When it's like, what did you want them to do? Like I've seen people say that it was Top Rank's fault that they didn't make any stars because they let Terrence Crawford, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, and I think that was it. But I'll add Keyshawn Davis there just for good measure. And I just think, what exactly was supposed to happen? They tried their best.
Yeah.
Like they got Tio a fight with Loma, and that fight did, what was it that day? Was like 3 million people, 2
3 million,
million people
yeah,
viewed
they
it.
did,
Well, yeah, that fight did really
Yeah,
well.
and then you know what happened right after that? Tio decided to fuck up his career for a year. How's Top Rank supposed to do anything about that?
You see why I called him a fucking idiot? You see why?
And then what's it called? People say this thing with Shakur though. Like I've seen some people say this shit about Shakur because he had that good fight with Zepeda, right? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is the shit that Jules talking about with the short attention span. Because I remember 2023. You guys do too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That year was fucking horrible for Stevenson, and he looked like probably, I would say, the least marketable fighter I've ever seen in history at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit better than Rico.
He couldn't break wind.
Like that was a time that if you said Shakur, I remember, bro, when he went to fight Haratunian, and I was in a Discord and I said, yeah, that fight's going on. I swear somebody actually told me, yo, we got to be careful, bro, because there's real boxing going on right now. We don't got to talk about Shakur Stevenson. That was the most wild statement I ever heard in my life.
That's
about a world champion. And what's it called? And in terms of Keyshawn Davis, again, Top Rank try it. They gave him the big ass home of home event. And he misses weight and he jumped somebody.
We rolled the carpet.
I saw the film on that one.
We rolled the carpet out for him. Like they did the whole thing. They brought Michael Vick. They brought Michael Vick, Allen Iverson. I forget Bruce Smith. We're all supposed to do like Legends of Norfolk. We're all supposed to do a ring walk with him, and he shit the bed. He went crazy. Like came in overweight. He tried to do what Limo. He did whatever.
Did they jump a dude backstage?
He did he did the Stevenson shit because remember for Steve, which was the fight where Stevenson blew the weight right before he moved up.
Conceição, yeah.
But he still fought though. Like the fight still happened though.
But that's because he overdid it. That's because he overdid it. Shakur didn't miss it by a lot. Didn't Keyshawn miss it by 4 pounds or some shit?
Yeah.
And Conceição said, "Let's do it." You know what I mean? Everyone he could have rolled, but he said, "Let's fight."
Shout out to motherfucking J Nails. How is the zone getting away with charging me $60 for Parker versus Wardley, especially with that trash undercard? If Wardley wins, is Usyk next? No, if Wardley win that fight, Usyk ain't next. Trust me. But I will say, the zone is now. I think they've honestly, and I think it's wrong, because they're the only major promotional outfit doing boxing on this level. I think they're trying to have a monopoly. They don't got nobody to compete with anymore. You feel me? ESPN is out of it. Showtime is out of it. Fox is out of it. So they telling themselves, yo, we could charge y'all whatever the fuck we want. Because who the fuck you gonna go to? Ain't nobody else out here. It's us and us. Fuck is you gonna do? That's what it looked like they doing.
It changes quickly.
And Stream East. Not gonna lie. That's what's gonna become real soon, bro.
Yeah, Stream East. Yo, wait a minute. Wait, shut the fuck up, Leo. Stream East is not a thing. They out of here, man. But then they get their ass.
They found two
I think didn't
motherfuckers
they get
in
an Egyptian guy or whatever? Yeah, that's not the
two.
right guys, bro.
They found two Egyptian guys. Yo, I'm just, if I go to Stream East right now, I'm in the East. If I go, I'm good.
You're in some part of the East. I don't know what East
Hold on.
they're in, but they're in the
All
East.
right. I'm about to look right now. Play these fucking games with me.
Don't worry,
that shit.
one stream died, another will pop up in its place. Always
Yeah,
does.
for sure.
No,
That's
I'm about to look right now. I'm about to look right now if that shit is even up. Nabrow.com is verifying if I'm a human. The verification. Oh, yeah, they there. Oh, shit.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I
all
said,
right.
bro. Yo, they put it on Twitter too. They're like, yeah, you didn't get us. Nice try though.
Oh, shit.
game changer.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
I'm telling you, yo,
The
these
force is
streamers have
strong
been
with
like, yo,
those
they've been
ones.
going crazy ever since Dana said, yo, I declare war on the streamers. They're
You
like,
in the
I
East.
All right, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying that they the fucking Robin Hood of the shit. Like, nah, we got y'all, yo. They trying to get, you know what I'm saying, rob from the rich to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking Stream East. They in the East, bro. The Middle East, bro.
Hey, we'll take it. Shit.
and I
Fuck
usually
around.
don't champion that shit, but it's like, look, that is egregious. 60
You know,
bucks after you just said.
Ray, you know, fuck around. That's Hamas, right? You fuck around. That's fucking Hamas in a cave in Afghanistan or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we doing it for the fans, bro. We doing it for the Vine. Shout out to Hamas, bro.
hilarious.
Let me
That's
stop
fucking
playing. Let me stop. No, let me stop playing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you go get in
IDF,
trouble,
IDF.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
You get us all.
Question:
Real,
show of hands. Who's paying for Fabio versus Parker?
I am just because I
I'm
don't
not
like.
Well, you're
turning on
going
my
live, right?
TV, bro.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go live, so
Oh.
I am gonna pay for it. I don't like the karma of stealing and then looking to make a profit, so I'm gonna buy it. But I understand everybody right now, like they're bugging. Wardley versus Parker, $60 in America. You're
Yeah,
bugging.
I can't see that.
yeah, I'm about to
Ring
take a pass on that.
Roach versus Cruz, $80.
Oh,
No. But I'll tell you,
no.
no. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. All right,
That's fucking egregious. 60
Gator
bucks.
don't take no shit, Aladdin. Gator don't
Good
take.
ain't never
I don't play
played
no
no
shit.
shit.
I didn't never play no shit. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna be real with this shit. That fucking Cruz and Roach is better as a card than Parker Wardley.
It is.
Cruz,
It is.
Cruz versus Roach has Yanni Beck and Lara and Forster and Fulton. Yo, Parker and Ward, like, what are y'all doing?
Who's on that undercard? Like
McFoot Fungus. Danny McFoot Fungus. Troy McUpset Stomach. I don't know who the fuck is on that undercard, bro. Who the fuck is them?
Hold on,
So-
let me see this. Let me see.
Yo, they bugging. Like I said, they bugging. What happened to this shit? When is this supposed to go down?
oh
You see how shit got quiet for that? I said shit was gonna get quiet for that. I said that shit.
I ain't watching that.
I mean, there was no chance. Yo, you know what's funny too? Now thinking about it, yo, Floyd had the nerve to be like, man, Manny Pacquiao's still fighting, and it's a shame he's got to fight because I am in a great position in my life. I've got billion-dollar buildings that I own. I have no debts. I've got everything paid. My private jet paid. I'm like, all right, this nigga is lying, but okay.
Yeah, why are you fighting still? Why are you fighting?
No. I'm in exhibitions for fun.
Oh, really? Okay. Right.
This lying.
I'm gonna go in there with Mike Tyson because I got me and Mike are great friends. Even though that motherfucker said he hates me all the time, and I just want to make sure that he gets paid and I get paid. It's really a favor to him.
Hey, hey, Ray, you forgot. And he's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, hell of a fighter, just like my wife. Hell of a fighter, just like her.
Motherfuckers forgot I said that shit. Motherfuckers forgot I said that shit. That I would be surprised. I would not be surprised if this shit don't happen with Floyd and Mike. I would not be surprised. That what I think they did Y'all announced the shit as if it's all good in the hood, right? As it's signed, it's done, but didn't announce a date, didn't announce a broadcaster, and I'm like, I know what y'all doing. Y'all trying to see if people fuck with it so y'all could shop it around, hoping y'all get a Netflix bag. But if Netflix don't offer y'all a bag, what then? Shit don't happen. And you know what I
Yo, my
mean?
eyes are tearing up looking at that undercard, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit. Oh,
I'm trying to
oh
tell
my
you, bro.
God, bro.
You got Dylan McDonough and shit like that.
Yo,
Like,
yo,
bro,
yo. That he's not even lying, bro. Co-main is Lewis Edmondson versus Ezra Taylor. I don't know who the
Who
fuck
the fuck
either
are
of these
they?
niggas are, bro. The
I'm gonna
fight
tell
right
you.
below that is Jurgen Uledaja.
Oh,
I
okay.
butchered that
What
last
the
name,
fuck
but
did you
it
call
does
me?
sound that bad. And
Jurgen what?
Rolly Lambert Fogum.
Now
What?
understand. Now
Yo, yo,
understand.
yo.
Yo, understand how fucked up it is, right? That the pay-per-views, I don't think Frank shit, right, is connected to Turkey shit. You know what I mean? So when you talk about, oh yeah, you got to sign this premium for the Ring Magazine pay-per-views, does that include Frank shit? Does it? Does that include Frank shit? Or you talking about just the shits that you do, and Frank is over there doing whatever? Because you're bug. Yo, Fabio Wardley versus Joseph Parker on pay-per-view.
With that
I mean,
undercard
like,
for
Jimmy
$60.
Quartermain versus Royston Barney Smith.
That's
you
fucking
talking
bold,
about
way.
Quartermain
Yeah.
in the mines? You talking about Quartermain in the mines of Solomon? That shit, Alan
Um,
Quartermain.
no, but
That's yo,
you know what is this, Julius? This Wardle versus Parker pay per view. I think this is a way to compensate Parker for his troubles.
man. Listen, Parker ain't got that many fucking troubles, bro. Not that I need to be paying fucking $60. He ain't got
No,
that many
but
fucking
no,
troubles.
but do you understand what I mean?
No, yeah, because the shit is, and I've been saying this. Look, it's time to tell the truth about a couple of
They've been
things.
fucking. They've been
Shut the
fucking.
fuck up.
What the fuck? No, Julius, I'm getting tired of you.
No.
Honestly.
Listen, they've been trying to fuck Parker this whole time, and I think people haven't noticed that when they put him in there with Wilder, it wasn't so that he would win, and
Mm-hmm.
because he won, they've
Yep.
been fucking him. Who they put him in there right after that?
Chang.
Chang. Like, you think that was a favor that they put him in there with Chang?
And he turns
No,
around and he beats fucking Chang.
he beat fucking Chang. They
No, that's
didn't.
right, because he's been winning a lot of these fights. We haven't
He
been
been
able
winning
to, you know.
fights
Yeah.
that he not supposed to
Think they
win,
were
and I
gonna
think
put him in there
Uh-huh.
with Dubois también.
they no see and Dubois exactly like, and Dubois hit him with the okey doke. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really mad that he did it, but I'm just saying that Joseph Parker, they didn't want him to be here. The powers that, like, yeah, I'm a name names. Turkey didn't want him to win that Wilder fight. Turkey's probably mad that Joseph ruined Wilder versus Joshua, because he did. He ruined it.
Well, you should have
That
made it on that night. Why didn't you? That's what I'm talking. See, that's see when that card was announced. It's like I
No, no,
That's because
no,
of
no,
Wilder.
no.
That's because of Wilder. Do not
yeah.
tell me I'm
Okay,
biased.
but
don't do
don't
that.
do that, and don't do that shit that after the fact. Yeah, everyone thought that that fight was going to happen, and Turkey was trying to do it the right way. Actually, he was trying to make it coming up from a win. So was Joshua to make that fight. I'm not that mad about that. I'm mad about Wilder. You fucked that shit up.
He did, and Wilder's the fucking dickhead that was coming off a year layoff. Remember,
Yeah.
And
before that, he fought Hellenius and didn't fight most of the year. Like, by the time he did that Parker shit, it's a year in between Hellenius and Parker. That's Wilder's fault. I ain't gonna put that on Turkey, but I will say, I think Turkey been trying to fuck Parker. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he mad that
Yeah.
you fucked that fighter. He looking at you like, well, what the fuck we gonna do now? Joseph
Yeah.
won. The fuck we
Because like
gonna do
I'm
now?
not because
Loki,
I'm
AJ,
not trying to
you're
I'm not trying to place blame on Turkey entirely. It's just I'm saying because like this is just the constant danger of trying to like build up fights with fighters who
no,
because what I mean because what if Inoue or Nakatani loses in December? I'm praying to God that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
AJ,
Yo,
I mean,
AJ,
and
you're
Trey,
not
this is what I'm
understanding
talking
this.
about.
Yeah,
Go
you're
ahead.
not understanding this. First of all, Nakasani and Inoue, they're actually elite and they're constant professionals. So if you put in a guy that they're supposed to beat, that's what's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
yeah,
the problem was is that
Turkey believed in Wilder. That's it, though. That's all I had to say.
So did I.
What
I
I
He
was,
did.
believed in
I
Wilder.
did
That
what
was
I
a
was gonna
mistake.
say, and what I was gonna say is, listen, if you need some sort of assurance that he knew he will make it through his fight, Allen hasn't made super bantamweight in over a year.
Was
He
he been
hasn't
fighting
actually.
featherweight? Or-
Yep, he's been
Oh
fighting
shit.
at
Okay.
feather. He's been fighting
Fighting.
above bantam.
Yeah,
So
he's pretty tall.
now that you gotta do this, yeah, I don't think you're gonna make that weight good,
Ooh.
Allen. I don't think, and that's just gonna make them punches hurt more. So I ain't really worried about that. But with Wilder, yeah, y'all drunk. Listen, that was another reminder of what we already. Wilder ain't shit.
Yeah, he
He ain't
sucks. He
shit.
sucks. Now
Ain't
I'll admit
shit.
I did pick him to win. I thought he just landed a Hail Mary punch in maybe like the middle late rounds or something, but that never came. And I'm just trying to illustrate the
See,
dangers of building up
see, you
fights.
believed in him
And
too.
when
How
we
can
got
you
No,
believe
yeah,
no,
yeah,
Turkey?
Jay,
yeah.
don't feel bad. My
Yeah.
official prediction: Wilder's gonna lose every round, but when he lands the right, that'll probably do Joseph. That was my. I said
That's what I
Wilder's
thought.
gonna lose. Wilder's gonna lose
That's what I-
every fucking round to Joseph because you ain't actually been in there with guys as good as Joseph. Like, no, you fought Fury and he beat you, right? You fight Joseph, yeah, you probably gonna look bad for most of this thing until you find your right hand. It's just, well, he never found it. He never found it.
Yep. But we all could agree like this is just the danger of just building up fights because one of the guys ends up losing now. That's how it is. PBC. They tried to build up Jamal Charlo, Caleb Plant. One of the guys like fucking Caleb lost.
Tell you what, it ain't even a danger of building up fights because fights actually do need to be built. It's the danger of building up hype jobs. That's
Yes,
what that
thank
is.
you.
That's the
Yes.
that's the danger of build because fights do need to be built. If Oscar wasn't doing his thing and Felix wasn't doing his thing, that fight would have never been that big. You feel me?
Very true. Very true.
Things need to be built. You know, so it's not the building part. It's that they building up dudes that's not elite. Now I ain't saying Boots is not elite, right? But something very similar applies to where what did he do that y'all was so high on him? What did he do? At welterweight, what did he do? Because y'all was high on him when he fighting Dulorme and Lipinets and Chris Van Heerden. Like, what did he do?
Dude, did you see how he switches?
Oh my God! You know what I'm
See who?
saying?
Who?
Look how he switch hits because
Oh yeah. Switch hits, yeah.
Did you see that shit? Nah.
Yeah.
Right? The fucking you see the shit? You see? Look, the switch. You see that shit?
That's some pound for pound shit.
Custodial Clayton.
He said Custodio.
What happened to that guy? Does he still fight?
No, the shit is I gave you know why I gave him credit for Custodio Clayton? I gave him credit. That's the only welterweight win that up until that point. I gave him credit for that one. Only that one. I didn't give a fuck about none of that other shit. But I did say if he beat Custodio and he does it good, I'll be impressed because Custodio was unbeaten. I had seen Custodio box before. He's a full-fledged welterweight, unbeaten. He was a Canadian Olympian. So I'm like, okay, there's not much angle in here. Let's see how he does with Custodio. In his defense, he did knock Custodio out in the first round.
Second.
Custio's was it the first or the second?
Second. He got him in the second.
But
it was early. It was early, nonetheless. So,
it was like 5 p.m. right? It was like 6 p.m. So I gave, but that's the point that's the danger of putting hype jobs on a pedestal, because the elite fighters, like Ray said, they'll hold up their end of the bargain. They'll hold it if they are who you say they are, they'll hold up their end of the bargain. It's the guys like Wilder. Well, you can't hold it up, bro, because you don't belong here. You was never, no.
I mean, it's not a fact like when he's stepping up and late in his career, now he's getting chinned and fucked up and all this kind of shit. And this would have happened to him in my opinion years before if he'd have stepped up.
The sooner you would have stepped him up, the sooner he would have fucking lost, bro.
I would just say it wouldn't look as goofy as it kind of does now. Like the way that he got knocked out by like Zhang, I don't think that happens in his prime. I think like he just goes out normally.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause I felt bad. That dude got hit. Yo, that dude got hit so hard. He spun around and started complaining to the ref, like, "What the fuck is going on? Why you hit me like that?"
I mean, it wasn't.
Look at it.
I was actually shocked that he actually beat the count when he got dropped for real. Like he I'm like, how the
Yeah,
hell was he not out cold? Like, gee, shit.
Bro, you know how hard you gotta hit a grown ass man to spin him all the way around like a fucking top. He's complaining. He's complaining. And
Eric,
Zang ain't miss a
hit me
beat.
too.
Zang ain't miss like go back. Yo, Zang
He
fucking
just
Oh,
ran at him.
steamrolled him,
he
bro.
jumped right on his ass. He jumped right on his ass and
Bro,
put
he
him
did
down for
him just
good.
like Inoue did, bro. Chased his ass and fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like he hit him with that China punch, that Kung Pao,
Chinese
bro.
power.
That fire.
That
yeah,
fucking
but
hit him with that
Yogi!
communism, bro. He hit him with that
I-
communism. That was
I-
communism in that hand he hit him with, bro.
I've
Mamdani.
seen that knockout so many times. Wilder got up, but he was out on his feet because the referee was talking to him, and Wilder was trying to look up, like trying to look normal, but he wasn't there.
Bro,
And then when
Wilder looked like he was looking. Wilder looked like he lost the fucking remote. You know, you lose the fucking remote, you got to look up and down the fucking house for the fucking.
Yeah. Hey, I wanna let me tell you all about a theory I have. I think that honestly, I think that Eddie Hearn set Wilder up for that to happen, and I think he was honestly probably overjoyed when he got chinned.
What in the Zhang fight?
In the Zhang fight, yeah, because like I mean, in his right mind, he couldn't have possibly think that Wilder would have won because he made him captain,
That is a
hyped
good
him up
point.
and everything.
No,
Like,
Wait a minute, because that wasn't that fight. That wasn't the Queensberry.
Yeah, that was a
match, right?
5v5.
It was.
That was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck. Yo, listen,
That's what
fucked
I'm
up.
saying. Like Joe, I think he set that shit.
Nah, that wasn't. No, that couldn't have been the Queen. That was the
it was.
Queensberry match.
It was, Jules. It was the 5v5. Yeah,
He was the
main.
wild card pick. He was the wild
Yeah.
card pick. I remember that.
He was the
that's
captain. He
fucked
made
up.
him captain. He made
Yo,
him captain.
Eddie-
Everything.
yo,
I think
Eddie
Eddie
is-
Hearn
Eddie
like
fucked up
he
for that. Eddie's fucked up like not that.
Yo, you know what? I agree too, because if you look at the fights, right, you got like Hamza Shiraz versus Ammo Williams.
Yep.
That fight's not really as one-sided, or nearly as one-sided in reality as Wilder versus Parker. Like
Yeah,
the
like,
bubble
who the
had burst.
fuck-
We knew he was trash,
Bro,
bro.
who the fuck thought that Wilder was going to do anything in that fight, dog? Like who?
They made-
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
Listen, check me out. Check me out. I got every fight that night wrong except that one. No. Matter of fact, no.
I got two right.
Wait. No. I got two right. Yeah, because I did pick Shiraz to be Ammo. I did pick it.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
picked Chang. I'm like, bro, how the fuck they gonna put Wilder in there with Chang?
What were the other fights on the card? Was Ball versus Ford
Yeah,
in that
Ball
card?
versus
yeah, right.
what's his
Okay.
name? Ford,
Yeah.
and there was
Ball-
something else there.
You forgot
Richards
to add
versus
that-
that other guy who beat him. Hutchinson,
Fucking
yeah, right.
Swifty
Yeah.
Goodfoot. Swifty Goodfoot.
Yeah,
I don't know the dude. The dude Buatsi ended up beating that.
Craig
dude.
Richards looked fucking terrible. He was awful in that fight.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he was fucking terrible in that
Hey,
fucking
Jules,
fight.
you forgot to add that although he looked like he was lost, it looked like he was lost for the mic, but the remote, but the remote was actually in front of him the whole time.
No, that joke took too. No. That joke took too long, country. That took too long, bro. You
That's
shouldn't have to
because you guys
explain
were
it that
looking
much.
at it where your edge was,
Too
man.
long, bro. The fucking joke can't be more than 2 sentences, bro. You telling me a whole paragraph? No, because he looked for the remote, but it was in the fridge. No.
Ah,
Gotta
you
work
know
on
what?
that.
Go fuck yourself, man. Fuck off.
You gotta fucking work on that, okay? You gotta work on that shit. But fuck, man, yeah, he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing Wilder no favors with that fucking shit.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's like oh yeah, Zane's gonna fuck him up good. Then like
Yeah,
I
his
think
match
him
was
and
the only one that's
him and Joshua were snickering in the first round. They was
We
laughing.
knew.
Yeah.
We all knew that Zhang was gonna.
Nah,
fuck
but
his ass
but when you
up,
look
man.
at it though, it's like like that's the only one-sided match on that card. There's
Yup.
no
Yeah.
other match that you can look at and be like, yeah, that one's like real bad. Like even if
was
you
it?
thought Shiraz was gonna win, it's like not that
It
much.
was
like,
Richards. It was Richards
Hutchinson.
and Hutchinson.
That's a 50-50 fight. Or
Ball
at worst,
versus
maybe
Ford.
you have it for
Ball-
Richards.
The
Ball
50-50.
versus
Close
Ford.
fight.
Yep.
I had a Ford
Um,
winning, but that's a close fight still.
Ball versus Ford.
Competitive.
Shiraz versus Ammo.
What
Wilder
was the other
versus
one?
Fraudulent
Zhang. Who was
tendencies.
the other one? Who was the other one? It was one
I'm
more.
missing.
I think Bivol fought Lyndon Arthur on the card too, but that wasn't considered. That was kind of like a bonus.
Nah,
But it wasn't one
that
of the
was
main.
there.
It wasn't one of the fives. It
No,
was
wasn't
it was
that
another
the
card.
same? No,
I
wait,
don't remember
wait.
that.
No, wait, shut the fuck up. Wasn't that the same night as Better Beef and Bivol? Weren't they separate? Remember that night that you bought a match from Queensbury and then you got to go to ESPN But
No,
it
no,
better
no,
be
no, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Bivol.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Bivol was on the card. He fought Lyndon Arthur. That was like a main, kind of like a bonus addition to the card. It wasn't part of the 5v5,
You
but it was like a.
sure?
I'm positive. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
I
don't
remember.
know.
Hold on, let me look this shit up. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
think
it up
no.
too.
Yeah.
I think Better Be Even Bivol was that night. I think it was
No,
that
no, no,
night.
no. That was separate entirely. That was like those are two separate cards. That wasn't part of the 5v5.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
two separate cards. Because I remember I
Yeah.
watched that shit on Top Rank.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, me too. Same. I had to switch Brett, which was annoying. I still switched, but yeah, nonetheless. So.
Well, listen, man. Whatever it was, Wilder got knocked the fuck out, bro. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Hold on, I actually want to see who
yeah.
was on this shit.
John
Wilder
Pataya
should just
versus
retire,
Elizuro.
man.
That was no wait, no, hold on.
Wilder should just
What the hell?
retire.
Oh, I remember it was Dubois versus Philip Hergovich.
He ain't got nothing left to do.
Right,
Yes,
right,
yes, that was
right,
it. That was it.
right.
My bad. Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong shit. Hold on.
Hergovich, Urkovich, Merkovich.
Oh my bad, my bad. Oh
Where's the
yo.
brother?
Oh my bad. Dimitri Bivol fought Malik Zanat. That was it. That was on. He fought the Zanat guy. That was on that.
Kai
Yeah.
Cenat. He fought Kai
Yes.
Cenat. And I
Yeah,
showed
Kai
speed
Cenat,
after
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's some real shit.
Yeah. Dubois
Right,
versus
look.
Hergovic. That was the other. That was another good one too. Yeah. That was some good shit.
I'll tell you. You know
Again,
what else is
all
good?
even fights.
Yep.
I'm about to go to sleep, so I see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. I'm
All
over.
right,
Happy New Year,
man.
fellas.
Happy
Night,
New Year,
everybody.
guys.
Night, Jules.
Oh, Jules, Jules, you still there?
Tomorrow's fight night.
Damn, he's gone. All right.
Is it?
Alley, y'all.
This is the MVP card.